the toxic created by this world. That is who you are. No sign of losing that life must be get some time to work out. Gravity gets us on the ground. That is bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If I lose my wings I don't need a new world under you. Can't feel a thing. We already know the smell of the game. Remember you are blazing. Still your heart is blazing. If the world made you I don't need a new world under you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the game. What am I? What am I? What am I? What am I?
Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. But they found beauty in the lives of beasts and couldn't lie to themselves about it.
This is no part of the world. God, no one can break me. Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world under you. My time is my word. Your words will never let me disappear. That is bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world under you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of the, know the smell of the, know the smell of the, know the smell of the game.
And welcome back to another PlayStation tournament. Of course, we still got that Guilty Gear Strive action that you all know and love, and we are going to continue it with myself and Nerd Josh. How you doing, Nerd Josh?
I'm doing great. Honestly, that Europe action was intense. Like I'm pumped for all of today, so I'm really excited to see how the North American end of the monthly final series ends up.
Of course, and we got 8 stacked competitors today, but I also want to remind the folks at home how it all went down last month, right? Of course, we had the Jan K7 Grand Finals. That was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, K7, of course, staying in winner's bracket for most of the time, but Jan, hard-fought battle in that Grand Finals.
Yeah, I mean, 2 heavyweights going at it here. Man, and the mix here. Whoa, K7 just always getting these reads.
That is definitely one of the biggest strengths of his game. And of course, Jan on the other side, same with him, right? He is a heavily read-based player. He's got to be with the grappler Potemkin, and he always seems to put on a show. Of course, he is in our top 8 bracket today. K7, however, is not sure if he just didn't have the time today or what, but he is nowhere to be found. Jan looking to take the crown from him, much like he took him to the skies for that heavenly Potemkin buster.
Right, that was a heavenly reversal. And yeah, unfortunate no K7, but we do have the Razzo, one of the Leo specialists that's been on fire the past month, so it'll be definitely interesting.
Yeah, so despite K7 being on the bench, the king is still in play, right? We will definitely see Razzo and that Leo show off in phenomenal fashion. Actually, pun wasn't intended, but you know, might as well take it when you can get it. But yeah, he's been doing great in various online tournaments, and we got a bunch of players that we'll run through a little bit later, of course. But yeah, as you can see, it really came down to the last heart for both sides. K7 didn't actually get reset here, but it was neck and neck right before the reset. Went into the low, right into the super. Just wild stuff from K7, as we come to expect, right? You can see he was our June champ as well, while sandwiched in between those titles was Jan. So I mean, we might get a you know, a handoff back and forth when it comes to these North American finals if Jan is able to take it today. But there's a lot of players standing in his way. As you can see, we got Alex A721, Chocolate Atomika, Smoke, Razzo, Jiroku Daisa, Temple Nut, Master CJ, all lining up to face Jan as well to try to get that crown for themselves.
Man, this bracket is stacked, and I like the diversity. You know, it seems like we have a lot of people from different types of genres. You know, for my era, you know, I see Master CJ, Jan, they're my fellow Marvel people, but they also play BB Tag. I have like half this bracket seems to be BB Tag players. So, you know, really cool to see a next gen, old gen crossover. Just people that play fighting games, you know, going at it.
100%, and they're going to be going at it for some cash, of course. First place $400, second place $300, third $200, and fourth $100 buckaroos down there. And of course, that is the upper echelon, is the ones that are getting paid, right? That 400 and down starts at that 4th place. So you got to do work to get paid today. Of course, all these players have done a lot of work just to get to this point. And if you're interested in doing some of that work yourself, you can go to compete.playstation.com. That's where you're going to want to sign up for any and all of these tournaments. They are free to enter, and of course, money is on the line if you want to get yours yourself. So this should be a good one. Of course, Josh, we've already seen the Europe side of things, as you mentioned. That was just phenomenal brackets, top to bottom. We had our man Nelk taking it first place on the Leo. We could see another Leo crown today, but you know everybody's going to be trying to put a stop to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been the King's era right now, but you know, there's still enough characters in this game that can really give him the trouble of any given Monday, you know, any given Sunday, Monday. There's enough characters in here to take the victory, the big W, and get that big cash payout.
Yeah, 100%. We're going to start with Alex and Chocolate Atomika, right? So let's take a look at their player cards when we can. Of course, I believe Alex is going to be one of our first competitors of 23 years old, and we'll see if it is his player card. Indeed, from New York, repping the Anji, right? This was a character that we got teased with in the Europe top 8. We saw someone, apparently, that was their main character, but they decided to go with the Chip, and that is actually going to be the character that Alex is facing on Chocolate Atomika, right? He's the one that's been maining Chip, and of course, he's got the Kai in his back pocket, but 19 years old, out of Mexico. He's done damage with this Chip, and not just this tournament series, but multiple. So it's going to be a hard-hitting, fast-paced first match.
Yeah, I mean, Atomica coming in very strong. Right in the name, Atomica, they're ready to explode or make you explode more like it. But hopefully they don't. It is Chip. You get that right hit on them. Can do enough damage to just take him out of the ballpark. So who knows? Maybe Alex has some good Angie stuff prepared. That character with full meter, with a wall combo, can do chunks. So you do not get counter hit by 2H, please.
That's what I was going to bring up, was the fact that not only can Chip explode, but this is Angie we're talking about here. Now, Angie struggles in some areas. Damage is not one of them as long as it's the right hit, right? If he ever gets, like you said, a 2H hit or a Rin starter, the overhead from the Fujin stance or the Fujin move. So it is definitely going to be like just a deletion for Chip if he ever gets hit by one of those. So as far as Chip goes, he's always going to be wanting to stay out of those ranges, right? But he's got to be careful about getting a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too reckless because of the Fujin, right? It definitely can be a stop sign. It's one of Angie's quick tools and can not really stuff you from full screen, but it does act as a nice stop sign.
No, definitely. You can keep Chip guessing and then get that chase on. And then besides that, having all these ways to avoid certain ways that Chip would come in with like a far S or a 2D, but he has to be spot on, It becomes like a mid-low type of game. And if you're wrong, you're giving Chip more reason to mix you up. So gotta be careful.
Yes, most definitely. Laying the intros rock here again. This is our first match in top 8 for NA. Trying to crown a monthly champion.
Oh man, let's go. Game 1. Oh, and as we were talking about it, there's the dodge. Didn't get much from it though. Was just kind of stuck in the pressure. Nice reversal.
Yo, this man, Chocolate Atomica, actually just did. First time you're gonna make me block DP as soon as I get the chance to. And I gotta say, taco de trompo. That is definitely one of my favorite types of tacos. So I'm kind of rooting for him now.
Hey, respect.
Keeping him in the corner. Yeah, that's like the rotisserie pork. You know what I'm saying?
So good.
Oh, the BRC, he let him know that it was going to be behind him, the Alpha Blade, but he really couldn't take advantage of it at that point. Overhead into the low. Oh, no. My man wasn't watching anything that he should have been. First heart to Chocolate Atomica.
Rising those shoulders up to get that confirmation. And, man, I love pork shoulder. I just want to mention that. Damn, the Alpha Blade coming in. Ooh, the whiff on the leaf throw, but still gets the counter hit close slash. Lucky break.
My man can't find any types of open ups. Trying to open the umbrella on him, but can't find the right hit. Alpha Blades, oh no. Coming down from the jump 2K, doesn't even want to try to contest. Tries to spin, but he was already past that and then punished it with a throw because of it. Oh no, dodge! Right into the Shuriken. Not dodging a damn thing.
Yeah, great use of RC here on both ends. Oh, nice throw. BRC back. It's like, oh, you're good with me or me too?
Yeah, I'm glad Chan immediately bursted there. He ate the Rin overhead. That's what we talked about. One of the big damage starters from Angie, and then just stuffed with the 6P. Good open up from Chocolate Man, making a great use of Chip's just aggression, mobility, really not giving him any space to breathe.
I can really see the Atomica in this match. How many psychic DPs just to get the momentum back near the corner, and that placement for Chip. Stealing your turn there. So many power plays, and we got to see a lot of that. It was just very overwhelming rushdown against Alex.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. Power plays, right, is that my man was not afraid to go with the haymakers, and they usually landed here. So because of that, I mean, it's just so much momentum, so much swing to his side that it's very hard to kind of get your bearings back when you're going up against Chip. So we'll see if Alex can kind of regain his composure a little bit, maybe get one or two big open-ups of his own. We saw that Rin hit. The overhead is there. It's threatened. He just bursted immediately afterwards. So we'll see if he's looking for that, if he has an RC on deck, if he can bait that burst out if it happens again. See how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully he can get a better approach. Wasn't doing too bad. It's just, man, being stuck in that corner against Chip of all characters. But I have to say, Chankla, very good usage of the normal game, keeping Angie guessing and always being ready with these forward punches. I like it.
Yeah, the 6P's coming out. That's what we saw the last round in with, so.
Yeah.
Definitely been on point so far. You can see him fishing forward again, and Alex is kind of afraid to put out some of these normals. Far S, I believe, did get buffed a little bit. There we go. Nice punish on the overhead. Immediately bursted up as well. So if you can find a Rin overhead or some type of big open up, Chip's not going to have a way out.
Ooh, nice. The throw. Getting that life lead finally. Nice. But Alex getting counter hit. Uh-oh. Daijobo.
Oh, PRC just to see what he was going to do in the air and gets the air throw off because of it. Alpha Blade trying to keep him in the corner. Anji taking the disguise in his own right now. PRC for the slow down. Ryujin.
Ooh, gets around the kick Alpha Blade. Not quite a full conversion, but good amount of health. Ooh, we dancing.
And he's going to need the two-step on him. Once or twice. We saw it on the 6P. This time the RC after the overhead. Good at him. The wall splat and the wall break for the kill. Chancla still in much control.
Yeah, that fast RC was just nice. 2S2H gets the leaf grab in the corner. What's the mix? Quick Alpha Blade. Uh-oh.
Yeah, above his head now, but he still cannot combat him. Burst, so it actually traps Chip in the corner, and no burst here, so hit that full damage. Yeah, punish that YRC, counter hit recovery. Oh, and then his overhead resets him. That was disrespectful here, breaking the wall. Ouch. Almost no life left on Chancla here, but I mean, enough life where I think he'll justify a burst if he does get hit.
Nice air block.
Oh, he beats him to the punch here. Can't make much happen. Didn't have any 50% tension. Oh, locked him there and got him low. But like I said, he was bursting out, but cannot combat the jump in.
Very nice. And already going back on the tied rounds here. Nice, but oh, swung. Give me my turn.
This man, he just knows when to DP or wants to challenge his opponent.
Hey, I mean, good read there. Just has to
double 2H whip into the DP as soon as it was blocked again. That was an error, yeah, block. So the PRC afterwards actually netted him frame advantage rather than just keeping him safe.
I would say, you know, a relentless amount of uppercut here, but, you know, none of them are being punished, so why not?
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't uppercut again on that wake up right there. I guess he didn't have burst or RC to make it safe. 2H this time coming through. BRC not going to save you.
With a 2P to get in. Oh, nice block on the overhead. Just getting around that fusion. Not enough from Alex, but, you know, Alex slowly getting a little bit more and more to come back into this match.
Yeah, definitely good stuff right there. My man was able to kind of find an opening there for a second. Of course, finally, my man Chancla actually blocked the overhead. So there was, at that point, very negative, very easy punish. Is definitely only something engines usually use out of desperation, or if they have RC to back it up to make it safe, right? So in that point, he needed a big hit. I don't blame him for going it because it does net huge damage if it actually does hit. But that time, Chancla just adjusted, blocked, reacted in time, and at this point is on set point.
Yeah, I mean, the 2 lead advantage showing it here, you know, just having very good spot on reads and when to take the neutral back. I mean, I just can't believe how many of these uppercuts have hit. Like, where are we at? Like 9, 10?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've only seen 1 or 2 blocked, and a lot of the times it has had an RC behind it, so it hasn't actually been punished. So this has been good resource management and definitely good, like, risk-reward balance from Chancla.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Chancla keeping control of this pace. I'm just wondering if is Alex getting enough now where if they can stop this uppercut, maybe they can evolve the neutral, but I don't know. I feel like Chancla Tamaka just so overwhelming. It's half the
right
game
now
they're getting him off.
He definitely seems to have all the answers at the moment. Ooh, far SB into the punch again, and then the quick RC follow-up. Backdash does get him out of the Alpha Blade, and he jumps out of the command throw. Finally blocks the DP. Baits the burst out as well. Okay.
You love to see it. Finally.
And Alex even puts the butterfly out. Ooh, and then prevents the jump out.
Yeah, I like the air-to-air. Nice swirl. Really getting to play this set. Nice reversal. Not phased.
Yeah, definitely still finding spots to challenge. Just goes with a low PRC this time to keep the pressure up. Oh, air to air actually won by Chip this time, but what a backdash. Dodged the close S. Chancla Tamaka definitely caught off guard by that, and Alex taking advantage of it.
It's definitely the defensive play to take it, but man, should have used it there as well. But whoa, again.
Doing the Hokage proud.
I mean, even when you backdash, you can't really get too much of a punish, you know. Got to be so ready for it.
Oh, and Alex, trying to sneak in the overhead again. No way to make that one safe. Made him punish for it dearly. That's why he is going to burst out. Not going to let him get the wall break going. Oh, another great DP. Challenging those plus frames after the jump in.
The RCN. And just lets it stop with the heavy. He's just trying to... Ooh, hit a normal out of range, but keeping this advantage on with the Fujin. Gets the bait. Didn't commit this time, and good damage conversion. Is that it?
Oh,
Yes.
100%. Started at red wrist gauge, ended with no red left. Actually, just give me that hard. Alex bouncing back, staying alive in this set 2-1.
Yo, make him pay. Like, honestly, to get reversal that many times, you get that counter hit damage, you got to make the most of it. And Alex was able to, you know, clutching out that round 2. Wow.
That's what we talked about at the top of the set. We were like, you know, Chip, he explodes, but let's not get it twisted. Not only does he explode, but Anji, massive damage off certain hits. And not only was that one of his best damage starters, but the red wrist gauge, you could just see how much his life bar melted. That super plus the wall break, Chip had no chance at life. So, you know, Alex starting to find his footing a little bit here. It takes some time to get used to the pace of the Chip that you're playing, right? So 3 out of 5 definitely lending itself a little bit better for Alex's favor.
Hey, and, you know, Chancla, they kind of have that unconditional play style. So, you know, in a low set, it's kind of hard to be like, am I making a difference? Are they going to play my game now? So you definitely have to have that on-off switch ready, because if you're just throwing the same answer over and over thinking it's going to work every time, no, not in a matchup like this. You definitely have to play the player a lot more than certain parts of the matchup you're comfortable with.
Yeah, and a lot of the time Alex was very willing to weather the storm. He just kind of blocked it out, tried to stay safe. So I want to see now if Chancla kind of mixes it up with a little bit more tick throw pressure, or what he starts to do to kind of counteract the defensive choices that Alex is making now. We shall see. This is again going to be game 4 here, 2-1 for Chancla Tamaka. Chip trying to move on, get a crown for himself. He is a warlord after all.
Oh, yeah. Nice IB. Okay.
Oh, the DP gets to the top of the rafters right there. He tried to stay in the air, hanging with the jump dust. Wow, tripping his feet up with the Fujin low follow-up.
Right, the instant low. That's one way to get him to stop running at you.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, that's the big thing that changed for Anji in this version of the game, right? Being able to whiff Fujin and go to all of its follow-ups pretty much instantly. You won't even see the Fujin animation if he so chooses to.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, when he goes instantly to the low, it kind of reminds me of like Balrog from Street Fighter doing low rush.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
And there you go again, the low actually stuffing the pressure that Chip was about to attempt. YRC just waits for him to do something off of it.
I really like the block there, but you know, you're stuck in the corner. How are you going to get out? J2K, what a wall mix-up.
I like that, Chancla Tamaka. Oh, he actually burst very aggressively there. Still keeping up the pressure. Didn't get that gold burst like he wanted, though, so no 100% tension. And because of that, Alex making him pay for it, just knocks him down, not trying to sneak in with an overhead reset.
Ooh, almost had that
but
forward
he finds
punch.
the overhead that time. RC afterwards to make the follow-up real nice and easy.
Right? Almost got anti-aired and just ran it all the way back. That was so nice. Hey, what a trade.
Yeah, knocking each other to the other ends of the screen. Punishes just for now. Slight punish, though. Anji doesn't get too much off of that, to be honest. No, it's challenge. Once again, these jump-ins consistently challenged. We'll see if Alex is aware of that. Right here. Oh, no. He's still trying to swing on it. I thought he was actually going to block the DP that time, but no.
It's back.
Oh, no. He tried to swing into that. Yeah, he got the invo.
Yeah, he got
There
the
we
clone
go.
the whiff. Damage.
Oh,
Ow.
and just like that, 1 DP.
Is that
one
it?
block DP and you're dead.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Alex with the tie-up, 2-2. Let's go.
The
Wow.
counter hit recovery on that DP, just smoking Chip. That was ridiculous stuff. So Alex is back in it, man, just like that. Went down 2-0 very early on to Chancla on the Chip, but like we said, 3 out of 5 kind of lends itself to dealing with that character, right? It's definitely very high pace, high octane. It takes a while to kind of get your sea legs, if you will, when fighting a character like Chip. So he's starting to find it now.
No, it's true. Like, honestly, a lot of players were arguing for these 3 out of 5 locals for Guilty Gear Strive, and a character like Anji definitely can do a lot more with that third game. You know, some characters, it might be the straightforward same answer as 2 out of 3, but I think some of these lower tier characters that have a lot of defensive, neutral, and offensive tools like Anji, you need your player reads. You know, sometimes you don't get the play, so at least getting this chance here, allowing us to go to a game 5, you know, pretty hype.
Yeah, most definitely. That was good stuff from Alex, bouncing back, making this a real set to try to get into winter semis, right? Very important to get this first round victory here in the upper bracket of top 8. It means you have to play a lot less games to get to that final spot to try to get into that grand finals. So it's brought back 2-2 now. Of course, Chancla, we'll see if he's able to clutch out the set or if the reverse 3-0 will be the conclusion here. Of course, everybody's still sticking with their main chickens here. Chip for Chancla. We got Anji, obviously, since the W just came for him. He's not switching anything up.
Oh, no.
We'll see if the game plan adjustments can be here for Chancla, though, to try to bring that W back to his side.
Nice
That far S. That's always part of the game plan. And the crushes afterwards, but the burst actually made Chip end up on the other side. That's a huge win for Alex.
Nice shimmy. Wow. And just takes the corner immediately. Oh, fighting out. All right. Alex with the pun and done. I guess that's what it is.
Oh, no. Big Rin overhead. Yeah, tries to test him low that time, but Chocolate's still blocking it out. YRC. You got to grant some reprieve here. Tries to clip the overhead, but yeah, it wasn't there. Punished easily. So he's going to have to burst out trying to hold on to this life.
Right? While he's holding on the wall, hold on to that life.
Oh, no. That was a really good confirm into the Fujin right there, and he got the PRC to follow it up, but he doesn't get a tap dust because that's all he needed. Didn't need the full charge launch dust damage, and now Alex one round away from completing the reverse 3-0. Oh,
right. He was down for so long. Now he's taking the lead, but as I'm saying that, Chancla just trying to rush this down, get immediately back in the show.
Trying to send it to that final heart. Oh, good 6P right there, but didn't combo or anything like that. Still completely in his pace or completely in control for Chancla. My man, Alex has not gotten the play at all this game. Alpha Blades on both sides here to send it to a final round.
Yo, fighting it out in Neo Times Square. Where's Broadway Arcade over here? Oh, man, the far S.
Somebody's going to get sent back to the arcade right now. They're not going to be a winner's bracket at the very least. Ooh, he actually gets the anti-air off. It's a good start. You see the hard knockdown afterwards. He's really trying to keep him jailed into that corner, but Chancla making him block in the air. Got to take his turn afterwards. Big counter hit. Still gets an OTG, and then the Rin overhead. That is huge damage.
Wow.
Super to wall break as well. It's going to put Chip on life support afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen now, Ringe.
Yeah, we'll see. He's got plus frames. Oh, he just does it again. Chancla bursting out for his life. 6P for the come down.
And with the moment here, has the corner. Oh no, gets clipped. But with the jump in, the RC, Alex running it all the way back.
He did. A reverse 3-0 right there. Chancla, who was up 2-0 to start the set, unfortunately cannot clutch it out. Great stuff from Alex, though. Really finding his bearings up against the Chip, sneaking in those overheads and a really opportune moments and good spots to do them. Yeah, just overall, really impressed with the Anji play.
Definitely, like, changed it all around. And Chancla Tomica, definitely an incredibly strong Chip, you know, was playing their game and knew it was up. And Alex just adjusted, you know, straight up. Took a while, but got the ropes in and definitely pulled up to the top.
Yeah, you see the Alpha Blade, he was trying to BRC, kind of get his bearings against the Chip, trying to figure out when and where he was going to be pressuring him in like the corner in different situations, right? When he was going to try to sneak in the Alpha Blades or the wall clings or the command throws. And it took a couple of games, but as you can see here, in game 4, Alex really started to get the overheads going, started baiting out those DPs after the jump ins, and that's where it really all started turning around.
Oh, this damage right here. Man, when I saw this, I was like, oh, I don't know anymore about this.
Yeah, right? Man sent a message with that one.
Oh, the drop on the 5K, but keeping the pressure on. Oh, that quick dust. You got to watch out. Look for them sparks.
Oh, yeah, man, this was, really good damage. And since he breaks the wall with a super, of course, he's going to get the plus frames, the positive bonus. So that's why I really like this idea too, is able to follow up and keep the plus frames, the PRC to, of course, get an easy confirm afterwards. Great stuff from Alex, running it back 3-0 and takes it overall 3-2 to move on to winter semis.
Yeah, super clutch stuff. I mean, they'll be sitting up a little more comfy in the winner semis, but as the bracket goes on, you know, they're gonna have to play the winner of Smoke and Razzo. That's gonna be pretty tough, you know. What is it, Gold Lewis or Leo? Ooh.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, Smoke and Razzo is going to be our second match here in winners bracket. You can see already Smoke, 32 out of Eastern Canada, is going to be rocking the Gold Lewis. Definitely a character that has risen in the ranks, I think, as people give him more time and you see more problematic players come out rocking this character. And I mean, he is a bully, bro, and he can definitely make you hate your life.
Oh, it's not a big deal. We can handle it. But can he handle Razzo? They have been on fire this month. You know, how many events has Razzo taken, going even offline, the PAX, and winning there? Definitely one of the best Leos in the North American circuit, and that 100% win rate. You know, I was just gassing up here, but I think the math itself already says, you know, how strong a player this caliber could be.
Yeah, 100%. I forgot that Razzo actually took PAX. You're right. So yeah, Razzo has done it online, offline. They are most definitely a threat to be reckoned with here. So it's going to be fun, and it's going to be two big body, hard-hitting characters, right? Leo, not as big of a body, but I still think of him as a brute just because of his style. You know what I'm saying? He is definitely a healthy boy, to say the least. But yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. I haven't seen this matchup a lot, though, to be honest, when it comes to Gold Lewis and Leo. So I'm just interested in seeing the neutral.
No, I hear you. This matchup's kind of interesting because there's certain aspects that were annoying pre-patch, but post-patch, I think with getting the gun confirmed knockdown to be able to set up more towards the corner and just little things, you know, it might work out with all the developed tech. Let's see what Smoke has, because in the arsenal, you know, there's the, what is it, the 8-4-2. That's like the up, back, down. Bahamut Typhoon, you can get the guaranteed tick throw off the guard crush frames into leveled up bomb into more, you know, tech like that adds up.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are going to be ready for something like that. So let's see what Smoke has.
Yeah, most definitely, right? It'll be interesting to see how he kind of balances the security level, and if he uses the bomb, then kind of, I've seen like some bomb setups and then they make you block like just one of the generic, like the 624, just to make you then block the bomb afterwards, right? Because you can kind of like jump out of that initial gap, and it's just like, it adds up very quickly, the guard break damage, and you having to spin your FD to kind of avoid that, and then you don't have the meter you usually think you would in a matchup like this. So it is very interesting fighting against that character. And then on the other side, Leo, of course, right, is just a character in general that people are pretty familiar with now, going to be used to dealing with. I think he definitely has like fireball tools that will be able to shut down Gold Lewis, or at least make it a little bit of annoying for him to get in the first place. I think in the air as well, Leo will have a decent time contesting him. Like, I think if he ever tries to like do some air-to-air games, like the jump K, the jump H, will kind of be able maybe to contest some of the jump D and the big jump H from Gold Lewis. But again, I haven't seen it much, so but that's what I'm thinking in my mind of how it'll play out.
Yeah, I'm interested as well because like I can see Slash Fireball being pretty annoying for Gold Lewis, like obstructing a lot of startup stuff. But who knows? He might be able to just pull a forward heavy out and trade and go to gun. So I don't know. There's been a lot of players really pushing forward Gold Lewis, and I think a lot of people have been showing, you know, he does have some deficits, but he's kind of like overclocked in other areas too. So if you know your situations in this game, you can hit a grand slam out of the park easy. This character, he does a ton of damage.
Yeah. It is wild just to see how much damage output he could really have, right? It's a game with high damage, and in a game with high damage, he is like notable. His damage is significant. It is that much different from the rest of the cast, man. And yeah, just some of these big hits that he can get, like some of these like close S hits where you can do the Behemoth Typhoon that brings them back into another close S, into like the wall bounce Behemoth Typhoon, into ending it like they're at the wall, and then you have to eat the guard break or guess high-low. And I mean, the character is nasty, dude. I mean, his offensive game is very unique and just very cool to watch. So I definitely am a big fan of the character. Glad he was added to the game just in terms of his different style. And yeah, it's been cool to watch players who really are dedicated to him start cracking him open and show people how scary he is to play against.
True. I mean, once you learn that respect and, like, let's say the Axel matchup or stuff like that, I've seen some of these Gold Lewises force a clash trade and then just win off a counter hit. Like, they will get mauled by those punches, but when they get that one, it's like almost like it didn't even matter. But it's hard, you know. It takes a lot of playing and getting used to how to control your opponents. So let's see how Smoke does against Razzo. Like, like we were saying before, Razo's been on fire. I don't think they really have to say much here. They just got to let the gameplay talk. So
Yeah, and then like with a Gold Lewis, right, and the security levels and some of those options, right, it's like against Axel or against some of the full screen options of the other characters, you would think you could do those, but you still have to pick your spots because of the massive startup, right? There's a lot of startup to the drone, there's a lot of startup to the machine gun as well, so both of those things still need to be done with a little bit of finesse. And of course, he does have the super, right? It's 50% tension, but if it's at max level security, it will at least kind of disrupt the neutral very heavily and kind of force you to come to Gold Lewis because it like spawns behind and then kind of brings them towards the character. So that's something we could look out for as well if Razo kind of wants to play like more of a full screen game.
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
because that fireball should be very annoying for Gold Lewis. Otherwise,
Yeah, no.
I mean, he's a big body, right? So I mean, he's gonna get mixed if he gets knocked down. He does have the super to threaten with, which is one of the better supers to threaten with in the game, just because the ability to turn it and get even more damage out of it. So it'll be interesting to see how much respect Razo shows the reversal super as well. That's something that I think players always. Or I'm always interested in seeing how much players respect it, right? Is that how much they'll play around. They're willing to test you early, or if they're going to kind of respect it the first time you get 50% tension. If the player is actually going to do it the first time they get 50% tension, it's always something I find interesting.
You know, if you just do the half circle back, Bahamut Typhoon, that's like really good at obstructing certain fireballs coming forward. And if you're better at doing like the forward up back or something like that, that works great as well, you know? So finding ways to where Leo would be comfortable to do a slash fireball or just run up 5S or something, you know? Finding where to use these Bahamuts or the stand H, you know, the forward punch, I think is going to be pretty important. But at the same time, it's like once Leo's in, it's kind of hard for Gold Lewis to get around some of this stuff because the cross up will make the reversal go the wrong way. So it's not like the biggest thing in the world, but it's not an easy freebie to just, you know, churn some butter and get a punch off, get your shit and show in.
Yeah, 100%. Like we were talking a little bit about that earlier in the Leo mirror, right? One of the big things about the Leo mirror was that he had the flash kick, so you don't actually have to guess which side, so you don't get disrupted during the dash throughs and whatnot on Oki. But yeah, we are actually remaking the lobby right now, guys, just to make sure everyone is all good to go for the next set. That's why it's taking a little bit longer. But yeah, we're gonna get that shirt up real quick. And yeah, when it comes to being in on Gold Lewis, I think Razo, the world is his oyster, right? Just because he's a big body, he's got a big hurt box, so he can even hit the like long distance overheads and stuff. I'm not sure if the bigger hurt boxes like mess up some of the wall bounce combos that Leo has and whatnot. I'm not sure. Maybe that will be something he'll have to adjust for, and he'll be ready with Gold Lewis. But yeah, man, this character, both of these characters are very dangerous, and I'm interested to see exactly like what Gold Lewis is gonna do. You mentioned some of the Behemoth Typhoons that are gonna disrupt the neutral, right? Both the 624, the 684, like just in general, if you can kind of get those out and kind of reliably, especially the 684, if you can kind of get that out reliably, it really disrupts the game of the opponent, because as soon as you get hit by that, I mean, it's a hard knockdown, right? The 684, and it's the one that actually leaves you hard knockdown close enough for Gold Lewis to pressure afterwards. So that like is a huge disruptor if you can pull that off consistently.
Yeah, it's true. You know, he's just the instant air dash away anytime you land that. So frightening, especially because if he gets the cross up heavy, if he does buffer into one of the other ones, you can't really see if it's the low or the high. It's like some weird animation bug. But yeah, like he's got some stuff as we've been developing into it. But yeah, I'm excited to see. Yeah, getting the lobby going, and this is like we were just talking about. This is a matchup we don't really see a lot. We both play Steve a lot, but generally he plays me with Chip more so in this matchup.
Yeah, I haven't played him with Gold Lewis. I played a little bit of Gold Lewis myself, but I haven't played him with him. But yeah, even besides the team Behemoth Typhoons, I think he's got a lot of good tools, right? The Far S is quite strong. His punch buttons are pretty good. They're both really plus on block as well. So if he does manage to kind of get closer, or if Leo gets closer than he wants him, if he can get one of those jabs out, even on block, he can kind of start his own game. But that's something you got to be really prepared for as the Gold Lewis, right? You got to make sure that you have your Behemoth Typhoons ready, like even on block, just to get to your space back to kind of threaten with something to make sure that the Leo doesn't just continue to bully you for free. That's something we'll be looking out for most definitely. And yeah, you talked about the jump buttons, man. This character, his jump heavy slash is so nasty. Like the fact that it can cross up as like deep as it does, and then yeah, he has the weird, I don't know if it's an animation bug or whatever you want to refer to it as. The fact that he can go high or low after that, and even if you block that, like you're still close enough to be in Gold Lewis's game, and that's like never where you want to be.
He could 2-in-1 his jump ins too. It's frightening. But
It is nasty.
just off, you don't see it a lot, but like even off a close slash, like a BRC situation with the character can put you in some super frightening JK fuzzy situations that will lead to massive damage. So yeah, I don't know. We've been seeing some people, Gobo, KV, kind of taking it to the next level. I definitely want to see KV enter some events in the future because I'd be watching them late night streams. It's fun. But yeah, like we don't really see a lot of Gold Lewis outside of Asia in the high ranks. Maybe in Europe, but like I definitely think he's one of the more slept on characters in this patch. Not that he's thought to be bad, but I think in some nuances he's better than people think in what they've seen about him.
Yeah, I think so too. And people are, the ones that are dedicated to the character are starting to find ways around the hard matchups too and whatnot, right? Making him a little bit more viable and across the matchup spread. So that's always cool to see as well. And yeah, just in general, I mean, you mentioned some of the BRC setups, the PRC setups that this character has, like the amount he can just bully you and then like either drain your meter or it's funny that like both of the DLC characters are like reminiscent of Venom in different ways. Just because like Jacko obviously can throw like the goons like Venom did, like shoot the billiard balls, right? And then like Gold Lewis is definitely like an FD, like you're either gonna give up your meter or your life just because of the way the guard break works. But unfortunately, it looks like the technical issues do continue at this moment. So we're gonna take a quick break, try to get them resolved, and be back with the matchups that you anticipate. Please do not go anywhere. We'll be right back on twitch.tv/PlayStation.
We'll be right back.
And welcome back to twitch.tv/PlayStation. Thank you all for sticking with us. You know how lobbies and technical problems be. I'm sure y'all understand. I am Ringe. This is Nerd Josh. We are chilling here once again for that top 8 of Guilty Gear Strive. Once again, Alex8721 managed to reverse 3-0 this man Chancla Atomica to move on to winner semis and stay alive in that upper bracket. But of course, we're looking to get more matches to decide who's going to join him in that next leg of the upper bracket and see who drops down to the lowers.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had a little bit of a lobby issue, but, you know, coming back to the bracket now, and man, so many strong players here. As we were saying, it's Smoke versus Razzo. I mean, Razzo, we're talking about it, completely on fire this last month, has been winning a ton of events. But at the same time, we were saying Smoke coming in with this Gold Lewis is kind of like the dark horse character right now. A lot of people don't really believe in the character, but some people are really showing the strength of Gold Lewis. So who knows? We might be able to see something interesting here.
Yeah, and I would say that Smoke in general, I think, considers himself the dark horse in this tournament as well. We get a little player survey going to give you guys a peek behind the scenes real quick to get just to know our players a little bit better. And we asked them, well, what do they consider their greatest achievement in the competitive video game sphere is? And my man said this. Smoke was like right here, right now, this top 8 here at the PlayStation tournament, right? So he is definitely trying to show out on the Guilty Gear Strive front with that Gold Lewis. And I'm looking forward to it. Razzo, on the other hand, who you mentioned, Arc Revo Southeast finalist, PAX champion offline in this game, many online titles as well. So they're just looking to add another title to their long list of accolades.
Hey, I love to see it. It might be history in the making today. Glad to have Smoke here. And this is how you get ready to enter these tournaments. You know, you've been interested in the FGC, enter these online events so you can be ready for when offline will be here all the time. And thank you, PlayStation.
Yeah, most definitely as well. Yeah, but we got a bunch of players familiar to the PlayStation tournament scene here to come as well. We got Jan in the building, right? Master CJ, Temple, that we've seen as well. Juroku Daisa on the Sato. So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing what everybody's going to bring to the table today. A plethora of characters, right? We got Potemkin and Giovanna and Milia and all kinds of stuff. So it's been dope seeing the character representation in this game, right? Especially like just after the patch, right? We've seen a couple of people start to shy away from the chip and the soul and expand their horizons a little bit, but it looks like we are going to get to go now. This is again Razzo versus Smoke, Leo versus Gold Lewis, 2 big hitters, and we're going to see who advances in the upper bracket.
Let's go. We got the eagle in the sky, but you know,
always
he's a gear
for
too.
A battle. Yo, he's a gear? I didn't know about that lore.
That's how he got there so fast, you know?
No, that's how he goes from battle to battle. I see.
We dealing with country to country here. This is this is a North America versus Canada matchup. Pretty exciting that the whole continent can go at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, the jump dust. And already going at it.
Yo. Man, is that just using the coffin to combat the fireballs? Ooh, nice 2D. Yeah, right there. Razzo prepared for the burst move as well. Ooh, OTG with a super. Gonna break the wall as well, up right against it.
Ooh. Straight damage.
Oh yeah, just hesitation as well, but not hesitating long enough. Razzo barely giving him any room to breathe at this point. Smoke trying to find his way in.
Ooh, getting that gun free chip damage. Oh, the super? Does it work?
Oh my goodness. No. Trying to take a page out of Chancla's book right there, right? That's what we saw Chancla do time and time again. Challenge the jump-ins with an invincible reversal. First jump in that Razzo got, waited and baited it out. That is a different level.
Yeah, might have been used to the matchup, you know?
Oh no, might have been trying to throw out some type of like throw attempt, but didn't actually input the direction in time. I don't know what the wake up dust was about. Ooh, guard rig. Oh no. Oh, the low purple beat combo, even taking down big body Gold Lewis like that, bro. Even big body Gold Lewis can get got by the purple stuff. It doesn't matter.
You see the purple on the combo meter, you're just taking damage. That scaling is gone. I don't know where it went, but I just know even Goldlu is getting hurt.
That's one of the answers Daisuke doesn't actually have. It's like, I don't know why the purple beats just scale like that, but maybe do. The eagle is a gear, but we can't find out answers to why the damage is be like that sometimes.
It's the Jimi Hendrix, reference. Put him in the purple haze. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, most definitely. He definitely did not know a single type of mix-up that was about to happen to his body, but that's what Razo brings to the table, right? Razo is very dangerous on the Leo, always utilizing the character to its greatest effectiveness. We can see whether it be in the neutral, whether it be in the mix-ups, they know this character inside and out.
Oh, yeah. But speaking of knowing their character, Razo, man, the Leo situations was ready for like almost everything. I felt like a lot of the damage that Smoke was getting was just kind of like, I'm Gold Lewis and you're just going to take a ton of chip just blocking like a lot of this.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we saw kind of early on in the first game, was just like random Behemoth Typhoons kind of clipping Razo here and there in the neutral. But really, once Razo got started and got a knockdown, they didn't let up.
True. Oh, and the horseshoe on the fist. Oh, don't get punched.
Man's going to have to kind of really harness that luck a bit.
Oh, true.
Everybody needs a little bit. Oh, okay, that's what I want to see. The 684 coming out. It does have an up input in it, so you got to be quick about it before, or unless if you don't, you'll get a jump, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you got to whip it. Man, that's super right off the bat. We're already 10 seconds in. Where'd you get that meter from?
That's what I'm saying. He didn't even wall break anything yet. He just had the 50% tension. Oh, no.
Oh, the reversal.
A little bit too far in his grill like that, and Razo just flash kicks him off.
Nice combo. Smoke fighting back, but just not enough.
Oh, the 2D from long distance right there, catching him as he landed.
Good block.
Good block on the overhead, better block on the low as well.
Oh, couldn't get started even with the 2P starter. Oh, unfortunate. The counter hit overhead. Hard knockdown has to guess. The Liger Bomb gets through.
Yeah, looks like he did a little bit too early right there. Oh, the big jump H. Coming through hard body here. Oh, we talked about purple beats. Nice.
What an air throw.
What an air throw here. I didn't think that was actually going to clip Leo, but no, again, not respecting that range on the 2D. It is quite deceptive. Goes very far. You can see the OTG damage. Great awareness from Razo, knowing that's all he needed to actually get the kill.
Yeah, he'll just jump out and kick your friggin' legs out. You got to watch out for this guy. Like the European tournaments earlier, how many situations where it was like Leo runs in your face, you think a throw's coming, and you get counter hit just from that normal, It's frightening.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially like how much distance just run momentum gives 2D. It's like he's just there.
Yeah, right. And that's part of why it's deceptive, is because like it moves him forward, Leo, but also because of the dash momentum behind it, it goes even further than you think it will. So a lot of the time players just get caught slipping a little bit about that, misjudging the space on it. So great stuff from Razo. And of course, as we mentioned, it just kind of works so well with the character. The fact that they have Berserker Slash and Fireball, they just have so many options that make you respect them at a certain range, and then you can sneak the 2D in just when they're caught off guard.
Yeah, this tool set, it's like this character can be so hard to get off of you, but at the same time, it's so hard to open him up with like Flash Kick and Fireball. All right, game
this is going to be, game 3, right? Razo, well, a 2-0 nice and early. Oh, we got a knockdown.
Oh, the mine.
Yeah, Razo, he got a hit in right before the mine. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a big damage starter if he had more meter, but still.
Nice armor, gets the low and lets off. Okay. JD didn't get the full conversion. Forward punch.
That was part of the big body stuff that we were talking about before. Ooh, the glasses broke. That was max churning there, fam.
Hit him with the satellite dish too.
Yeah. Just like that, though, you're still in the corner, and Smoke still has to sacrifice the burst to hold on to this heart. Oh, guard points the Behemoth Typhoon and kills him for it. So smart.
Man, and Smoke was trying to make a break for it, but Razo just saying no. The king needs the throne. Give me the stand kick. Man, they
That's
are doing
respect.
so good here.
Man's just like actually, waiting for the full win animation to play out. I was definitely mad respect. Headbutts him on the other side. So much life already gone for Razzo, but gets a big counter hit 2D. That's what we're talking about. Big money button.
Oh, what an overhead. No full conversion, but reset back into it. Oh, the super wrong way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Even with the counter, was still able to get the punish.
Yeah, I like Razzo putting out the parry just in case, right? Oh, the guard break actually dodged that time, but the punch right into the super Razzo. Letting him know who's the jungle he walked into. 3-0 like that.
That back turn P just anti-aired so clean. Wow.
Bruh. It's a fat hitbox. Like it has like I believe it's disjointed a bit, if I'm not mistaken, that back turn punch. So just completely destroying the Behemoth Typhoon in the air attempt. And great stuff from Razzo, just going directly into the super, getting the wall break damage on top of it, just taking it around.
Yeah, shouts to Razzo. They played immaculate this whole set, taking it 3-0. But, you know, shouts to Smoke. They'll be going down in the lower half of the bracket. And, you know, they were showing some fight towards the end of that. So maybe they can wake up a bit and, you know, cause some trouble down there.
Yeah, cool little RC right here from Razzo. Of course, always threatening with the flash kick. They were so smart about that. Yeah, purple B combos. Tossed them back right into the corner, though. That was that's
2D.
what I was like, yeah. Check out the damage on this bad boy though.
Got 2 drones for Christmas. All right.
The guard point though, that was so
Right.
good.
Just the awareness there, very solid.
Yo, yeah, that back turn punch is a nuisance for people to deal with. It is a nasty move. So good stuff to Razzo, taking it 3-0 over Smoke to advance. Going to be facing Alex 8721 over on the Onji in that winner semifinals. So next up, it should be Jiroku Daisa and Temple Nut, and then we got Master CJ and Jan, as Smoke and Chancla Tamako will have to battle it out in the lower bracket.
Ooh, it's already getting so fired up. Like all these explosive matches, and we're already going into your boy right here, Zato 1 with Jiroku Daisa. Okay, the young 21-year-old from Arkansas.
Yeah, he's definitely competed in these PlayStation tournaments before. As you can see, his record right there, 20-3, has made it to a few top 8s. It definitely looks quite strong on that Zato 1. I'm looking forward to what he brings to the table, of course. And his opponent on the other end is going to be Temple Nut. Temple Nut, of course, a long-time fighting game player, has won King of Fighters at NEC 20, is one of his more recent accomplishments. But yeah, just in general, has been holding it down on the Giovanna for the East Coast.
Yeah, the 92 win rate. And like you said, with KOF 14, I know Temple Nut just because not many people play Love Heart except me, Temple Nut, and one of my homies in Taiwan. But man, good to see these players all coming together from all these different games in the realm of Guilty Gear Strive. Like, what a competitive era for anime.
Yeah, for real, man. It's definitely dope to see new faces, old faces from Guilty Gear history, from non-Guilty Gear history. Has definitely been a cool melting pot of a game so far, and then we're gonna see it continue to do so here with Temple Nut bringing his talents to the game. We got Jiroku Daisa, young gun, 21 years old, showing out with Zato 1, and then of course we got Jan and Master CJ, who, I mean, Jan, longtime fighting game player, Master CJ, also a veteran of the game. So we're gonna see two heavy hitters, two veterans clash out to end out our round 1. But of course, right now it is gonna be Temple Nut and Jiroku Daisa. That Giovanna versus Zato, definitely a I think interesting matchup to play. I think it's pretty even, I would say. But
really?
Definitely, yeah, all about just who can kind of get the control in the neutral first. I think Giovanna could definitely like bully her way in, but as long as Zato's on point, especially with that buff to like 6P and whatnot, he can definitely keep her at bay pretty early. And then once like she gets knocked down, she gets mixed as hard as Zato does against Giovanna.
Okay, like, cause like in my mind, you know, I don't play either of these characters. I played a little bit of Geo in beta too, but I would think she had slight advantage, you know, just considering her toolset. But hearing that 6P buff is doing work. Glad to see. Wow,
That's
already from the
really
start.
good too. Honestly, is that 5H that Jiroku Daisa already utilized? That 5H buff is super good.
Okay, nice dusk.
Yeah, but just like that, right? Despite some of that having the great confirm and start to the set. Temple Nut immediately just erasing that life lead, gets the charge dust here, forcing out the burst from Jiroku Daisa to hold on to this heart. Ooh, but just like that, yeah, oh, at the last second, he didn't actually bait out the burst, committed to a button and got clipped for it. Nice XP.
Ooh, got the sandwich with the YRC out. No, doesn't want to deal with it. The multi-low crouch slash. You got to watch out. But what a tech. That might cause more crouch slash, though. The more you tech throw.
Oh.
Wow, counter. Two dog.
Yeah, you saw Jiroku Daisa. He was FDing right before that, right, to try to get some space, but he didn't get enough space to create the breathing room that he needed for whatever he tried to do. Ended up getting counter hit for it. Oh, dust, but yeah, it looked like he was still recovering from the piercer, so he didn't get the frog out in time, the combo. Ooh, back-to-back throws. This is where it gets real scary for Zato, though. Like, the throw game of Giovanna just bullies him so heavily, and then you guess wrong, and that's the first game.
Yeah, just kept it simple with the strike throw, and, you know, when you're on, was just going meaty to throw. But, you know, that first round information, you know, we saw a lot of clutch techs. So, you know, just spacing out your block strings to deal with those preemptive throw situations can really do a lot of damage to your opponent.
Yeah, 100%. That was a great stuff from Temple Nut, always kind of staying at that right range to bait out the throws, or if he was close enough, really never creating some type of gap where his pressure could get thrown on, right? Had the meaty close S's on point, directly went into 2S a lot of the time, didn't even really play that strike throw game, like in terms of off that close S, right? A lot of the time it was just like raw throws on the wake up, so it was really, really smart from Temple Nut.
Yeah, it was just really getting a break on these wake up games. Good Okazemi.
Yeah, and I mean, with Zato having a 6-frame normal, no invincible reversal, like it is definitely like that is the most deadly game against him with Giovanna is that strike throw stuff. So if you can condition Zato with throws early, which is what Temple Nut did, then you get the big counter hit, which paid off with the W. So that was just like textbook conditioning in this matchup for Temple Nut.
I mean, he has the honest defense, but when he gets his friend out, you gotta watch out.
yeah, exactly right. It's like it's honest when he's knocked down, but oppose is just so nasty, so annoying to deal with. Ooh, back-to-back blocks on the tap dust, not gonna open him up that easily. Great stuff from Temple Nut.
Ooh, nice instant air dash in.
Ooh,
Getting the low.
Maybe looking for the tap dust a little bit too hard that time and ended up getting swept.
Yeah, it is hard to see those high sandwich situations. I just see stand dust hit all day.
Yeah, it's very, very good for sure. Especially like when the Zato start varying it up, because like they'll do it a lot of close S, right? You can see he's doing it a lot raw. He could do it off 2K as well. So, ooh, I like that. 6P into the RC, got a little bit of an Eddie-less combo there. Now Eddie's back, so apply the pressure right into the damn thing. Even if you were a mashing throw there, you're gonna get grabbed by the command throw. So very smart.
Yep, the command grabs have throw invulnerability. So, you know, even if it's a 2-frame throw, it will get eaten up. Capuente plus frames, but getting the hit, so good meaty setup following.
Well, yeah, respecting the plus frames at this point. Does challenge after the whip kick and finds the 6P again for the hard knockdown. YRC not beat it out. Does jump out of the spiral arrow to switch sides, but can't get the offense started. Once again, there's making him block, and one corner to the other. Jiroku Daisa, just no breathing room, no offense capable.
All right, got to keep this on if they want to tie it up. Oh, getting through the summon. Nice go burst.
Definitely unfortunate. Oh yeah, I think he wanted a dash leap there perhaps, but ended up getting an input error either way. Buying time for Lil Eddie come back using the PRC, not close enough for the 2H, unfortunate. And then he committed to the drill, which as you can see, can get punished if you instant air dash after the 2S.
Yeah, Temple Nut. Really good offense here. Getting a high jump instant air dash as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Temple Nut doing a great job really exposing the fake like strings or the fake summon attempts, right? You can definitely, with a lot of characters, jump out of a far S or 2S into drill or summon. So right there, Jiroku Daisa just committed to the far S into piercer, which I mean, instant air dash gets right over it and punishes. To kind of discourage that, you got to go with more like cancel into a pose or cancel in a frog to try to beat stuff like that. But yeah, if you're not going to do it, it's going to be exposed. And that's counter hit recovery on both of those things too, I think. So at the very least, counter hit recovery on drill.
Like, it might not really seem as much, but, you know, Eddie, during all his standing attacks, kind of stands tall. So, you know, high IED and shit like that stuff like that really gets through the opponent's offensive measures. So when you keep them guessing, where they can't even just throw projectile mid or anything, a lot of trouble for the Zato player. Keeps them second guessing, and you know, slow normal character, you don't want to be guessing. You want to be keep walled up and getting your Eddie meter back immediately.
Yeah, so I want to see if he'll do like a normal into a pose, because if Temple Nut is willing to commit to like that instant air dash button, then you can get like a 2H pose counter hit right into like the frog loops, and then you'll have the opponent second guessing whether to commit to the instant air dash. But you know, you gotta condition them with that first. And right now Temple Nut trying to get real intimate, real close to start it off. Yeah, side switch takes it. Oh, great recognition of the type of hit he got with the jab, canceling into a pose so he can unsummon easier as well. Very smart from Drogo Daisa. Like his Zato control and like Eddie stuff is very impressive, honestly. He's gonna go into, I thought he was gonna go into Sun Void to like resummon little Eddie, but instead gets the damn thing out, a whole new bar because of that. Finally cracked him open.
Yeah, I didn't know he had enough for the RC, so I was like, oh, is there a follow-up here? But, you know, kept the pressure on. Didn't let him out.
Yeah, but Tumble Nut found his way in with an instant air dash. Nice little cancel with the... Ooh!
Charge dust. This is going to hurt without the burst. Ooh, we going everywhere.
I like that, yeah. That's how you got to do it to get optimal Zato damage out of the charge dust. You got to side switch like that.
Ooh, full screen again. Temple Nut gonna have to work in. What a backdash.
He had tremendous backdash there, and then the charge dust right back at you, and you don't have burst to get out of this. Full damage being here, plus frames as well. Ooh, ooh. My goodness, that was such a like knowledgeable exchange on both sides. Drogo Daisa trying to hold on here. This has a little bit of life left. PRC doesn't actually catch him. He was air dashing back anyway out of the range. Tried to cancel that to get the frog juggle. Doesn't get it, but the throw after the oppose does seal the game. And that keeps Drogo Daisa alive with a 2-1 score.
Man, that was clutch. You know, getting the throw. Whenever you see that oppose and they throw you and the snakes bite you, I always feel it. I'm like, oh my God, the snakes.
Yeah, the 2D as well. Like, he did the 2D and he RC'd, which is what you want to do when you hit a pose with a normal, right? Because you get the red RC, which is a physical hit. But Zato was actually out of range of the physical hit of the RC AoE, so it didn't actually like hit him at all, so it didn't affect Eddie. That was a wild sequence, but both of them were like so very aware of it. Very impressive on both sides, I think.
Yeah, the closer of that set, you know, there was at least 2 of those situations where they just turned on the respect and knew what to do and just backed off. Like, hey, I'll inch back in real soon.
Yeah, that was very impressive. And finally, Drogo Daisa, we saw like a 2K into the 5D hit, and then of course the opposing to throw setup is like a classic. It is so hard to get out of that the first time you see it. So it was very smart for him to save the first time he did that for like a clutch moment like that.
All right, getting on the board. We like to see that. Get these late sets. I want to see more game 5s, honestly.
Yeah, I'm hoping for that as well. We saw in the first set we had a 2-0, and then that did force a game 5. We'll see if Drogo can do the same. Oh, finds the dust early here. Tries to bait on a burst right there. That's what the break the law was about.
Oh, the Capuente again. Gets out though. Not enough plus.
Oh, great unsummon right there after the first piercer hit. Yeah, counter hit 5H like that on the other side when you don't have Eddie is not going to net much. It just kind of tumbles them away.
Interesting. Ooh, nice reflect in, but, you know, deals with a little Eddie with 2K. Gets out of the corner, but gets caught by the close 5S. And, oh, reset city. Gets the juggle in the super.
It all came down to that 2K that really killed the frog after that, because Drogo Daisa wanted an unsummon. That's why you saw the 5H, but it was too late. So if Eddie's not on the field to unsummon, then you just get a 5H, and the whiff on that kind of let Temple Nut take control of the momentum.
Unfortunate.
Nice backdash, reading the throw attempt and just destroying him for it. Tries the challenge here, floating out, but keeping him gelled in the corner. Can't quite find the anti-air timing. Great YRC to get him off.
Oh, the 2Ps. Getting that spacing, and the frog is in. Nice combo. Oppose out. RC to keep the pressure on, and man, that little meter coming back.
Ooh, Jiroku gonna be able to burst up. Oh, the 2D though. Catching the dash forward right there, avoiding that first like portion of the frog hitbox as well. Temple Nut doing a great job holding on to this set and advancing to winter semis.
Yeah, very clutch 3-1, and yet using the crouch does. A lot of people are like, she doesn't use the dog. What do you mean? The counter hit off that does like half life. She's using the dog optimally, I gotta say.
Yeah, definitely great stuff from Temple Nut, utilizing that 2D in a lot of instances that netted him huge advantages in the matchup. So great stuff. The only thing I would say about like Jiroku Daisa, as a fellow Zato player, is I think I would want to see him use Sun Void a little bit more just to reset Eddie meter. You know, he was using a lot of RCs to keep the pressure on, but I think in those same instances, he could have kind of just used a raw Sun Void, or not a raw Sun Void, but off of a block string to kind of keep the pressure on and put little Eddie up to mix up Giovanna further. But either way, I was really impressed with like his Eddie control, and he had great hit confirms with like solo Eddie as well. Great damn thing usage. Multiple times we saw it here to reset the Eddie timer, as well as like the sandwich pressure to avoid the throw mash. So yeah, overall, I mean, impressive play from both sides.
Definitely. And like you were saying, I was impressed with Jiroku. Like most Sato players, they put work into their character. They definitely have a lot of pride in why they play that character. So it was definitely impressive. But man, Temple Nut just really getting a lot of these reads on the instant air dashes, really good back dashes in a lot of moments to really take back rounds. Just like this,
Yeah,
really
that was
solid
a huge
stuff.
back dash.
Man.
Super smart. And then the 2D right there, you saw just as the mouth of the frog was about to hit her, ended up catching Zato. Yeah, that was just so good from Temple Nut.
Arf, the two dog, so clutch. But gonna move on here to the upper bracket. Temple Nut, Jiroku Daisa, moving down to the lower end. But you know, we're gonna have Master CJ versus Jan. You know, this is my era of players. You know, actually
Yeah.
your era too. You know, get some Marvel 3 legends in the building, but you know they're known for other games, BB Tag as well. Master CJ playing that Milia, 32 from New Jersey. He's also been from other areas too. He was in Florida for a bit, but you know, wins 7-1, 88%. That's some good odds.
Yeah, most definitely. Master CJ has been holding it down in this game and many, and it's always the Milia for the Marvel players, it seems like. Unless you're Jan, because he's a big body legend, and it don't matter what game he's playing, he's going to take that big body grappler and make you feel the pain with it. This time, it's of course the Potemkin. 8-0 here, 100% win rate. Can anybody put an L on this man? It's going to be difficult to do so, that's for sure.
I mean, like you said, Jan is the big body legend, but I mean, Master CJ known as the left-right mix-up legend, you know, teleport. The Master CJ and the East Coast is teleport mix-up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this should be fun. Honestly, you have two strong caliber players that definitely don't want to lose and always working on their craft. So there might be some new stuff from when you last saw either of these players.
And it's one of those matchups again where it's super high mobility versus super low mobility, right? It's the Potemkin, don't got a dash, mad slow and all that. But he's got his tricks of the trade, the Mega Fist, the Hammer Fall. He's got ways to get around the screen. And of course, I mean, Milia, the queen of mobility, right? The double air dash, just how fast her run is. She's got a command dash in this game as well with upper body invul. So she's got all kinds of stuff. But it's actually going to be the Jacko, excuse me.
Oh, okay.
So Master CJ bringing out something else to kind of combat the Potemkin. Oh,
I was
no.
gonna say Milia is kind of like a Marvel character, a Marvel team in one character, but Jacko is a Marvel team. She got the squad with her.
That's true. You can put 3 characters out on the field, but oh no, right now that's going to be a 1 heart to Jan. Oh, not just yet, actually. Delayed a little bit, the 2K into the 5D to finish it.
Now in Xer, this was an incredibly hard matchup for Potemkin. So I'm interested to see how it translates here because I haven't seen Jacko fight everyone yet.
Yeah, most definitely, right? That projectile that she puts out in the air right there, that fireball is quite good. Obviously, the goons on deck as well could present Potemkin a lot of problems with trying to move across the screen. I'm not sure. I don't remember how many hits like the attack does of the goon, if it like blows up Hammerfall or not because of the number of hits, but yeah. Oh, Mega Fist.
I know just when, the throw is going to get hit.
Yeah, so he's gone.
Unfortunate. BRC just to make sure. You know, when she stands up with the... never mind. Getting hit by the low. Pressure. So, you know, she can like do different things when she pulls out these minions. So when she's actually holding it and gets the movement option, her hitbox is kind of different from when she generally just picks it up. So like there's situations where you can just instant run out, and it kind of looked like CJ was trying to take advantage of some of that, but Jan was just doing the strat, you know. I'm a grappler, I'm gonna walk you down, and you know, you do the same thing twice, I'm ready.
Yeah, exactly right. So I'm glad Master CJ is actually sticking with the Jacko here, not going immediately back to the Milia, because I do think that this character can present Potemkin with a healthy amount of problems, but he just really didn't get a chance to, right? We saw the Mega Fist start up, and as you mentioned, Jan does Jan things once he's in, right? Like the hard reads are just there, and usually you cannot get your defense back into where you want it to be.
In anime, you don't see a lot of people play the clock. This guy will. He'll actually walk you down.
Yeah. Oh no! Even the 2D afterwards just getting clipped by the Mega Fist. Oh no! Chose to block, and I mean, you chose death.
Damage. And like we were saying before, like she should do well in a matchup like this, but if she can't get started, like she's just fighting by herself. It's like if Little Eddie never got, I mean, Big Eddie Zato never got Little Eddie out. It's like, wow.
For real, man. Oh, the goon doesn't even get a chance to come into the field. Oh, no. Hit the Garuda impact into the Potemkin bus. I almost thought he was going to get air thrown. Oh, every time. Bruh, every time Master CJ tries to take to the sky and throw out a goon, he just gets clipped. Mega Fist, Hammerfall. Flick actually thrown out this time. Oh, gets the cross up, but no, doesn't actually confirm it.
Oh, Jan. With the 2-0 already. I mean, CJ was able to get some summon attacks going this round, but you know, only one minion really doing work for the squad. We need more minions.
You know, you mentioned how Master CJ really loves that left-right mix-up. I forgot Jacko's got a decent left-right mix-up in this game because of like the way the minions work and all that. So we saw a little bit on display right there at the end. So that definitely makes sense why he's starting to gravitate towards this character. I think down 2-0 in this extended, kind of time in the lobby, it looks like he's going to the Milia. But I hope he sticks with Jacko, right? Still the newest character in the game. Definitely going to take a lot of time to get used to just because she's kind of technical and complicated. So I hope to see the Jacko from SCJ in the future. But right now, it's time for the business. He's got to bring out the Milia. 3 games straight up against Jan Potemkin is a tough hill to climb, but we'll see if he can get it done.
Yeah, the close slash. I mean, Jacko has a huge bag of tricks, but like you said, she's going to take some time. We got to let her cook in the oven a little longer.
Right now, Master CJ already baiting out a burst. Definitely looking more comfortable on the Milia just like this. Jan, I don't know if he was rearing up for a flick or what, but not looking right.
Had the counter hit heavy and just kind of let it slip, but still has this corner pressure going. Very nice. Aye, fast RC. Shades of reload. That used to be an FRC.
Yeah, that was very nice right there. Oh, try to cancel it into another move to blow up the slide head, but not gonna happen. I mean, this is all the hell Jan needs to win this match, bro. YRC is blocked and that's gonna be punished. Oh no, you gotta guess for the game, fam. You're gonna burst? No, the falling jump slash gets him out of trouble.
Yo, so lucky because I was smelling Garuda games.
Yeah, bruh.
Ooh, the 5P anti-air.
Great conversion too. Oh, the jump back heavy slash to prevent the get out, but SCJ finally finds his way out with the capital.
Oh, pressure in Garuda. Gets out though. Nice instant air dash.
Yeah, respecting the frames from Jan afterwards on the disc too. Oh, 6P to put it into the air nonsense.
Oh, Mega Fisto.
Garuda impact again. Oh, and yeah, he had been conditioned of so much with the command throw that he finally just switches it up to the 2K, catches him, and then catches him one more time with the Garuda. It's rough.
Was that chip or a backdash or a up back? I was just like,
I think he got clipped backdashing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. This is what we want to see from Master CJ.
Aye, RC on the slash. Let's go on the 5K. Now Jan getting a turn with the Garuda. Yeah, I think it was a backdash.
Yeah, Hammerfall, at least he made him spin the tension to keep his pressure up. Oh no, the 2D. Gold burst out. This is huge for Master CJ.
Yeah, no close slash for you. And now the RC in. Whoa, the throwback. Nice
Yeah,
low.
but in 2K2D's, man, here with so many Potemkin buses. Oh, he tried to snatch him out of the sky. Didn't give it to him, but it doesn't matter. Jan with the sweep into the Mega Fist. OTG takes it 3-0 over Master CJ.
Man, CJ, you know, strong competitor, but Jan, he's undefeated for a reason here.
Yeah, that's a good point. He still remains undefeated off that. I mean, he's just a monster on that Potemkin, bro. We see it time and time again. It didn't matter if it was the Jacko or the Amelia. He just was going to take you for a ride no matter what.
I mean, but just looking at both their greatest accomplishments, you know, one went to SBO twice, the other won a couple majors. I won a few majors.
Just won a few, you know?
I won a few. I went to Japan a couple times with a golden ride ticket tournament. Ooh, nice lows.
Yeah, Jan just did a great job, right? Like, we saw this very early, head to 2K2D, and the jab challenge as well. And then once he switched to Amelia, he looked way more comfortable, right? Got the first hard down from Jan, but as soon as Jan got his bearings back, started adjusting to the Amelia gameplay, I mean, we saw what we always see.
That's true.
That Mega Fist was so clutch. Just staying at that range where back Mega Fist would combat a lot of the attempts for Amelia to air dash in is a very smart spacing.
And honestly, just like whether Jan was on the ground or the air, you know, really kept CJ just backing off. You know, these jump ins were working, these lows were working, just really walking him down and dictating that neutral.
Ooh, and it looks like Chunkla Itamaka has moved on in that lower bracket, so 3-1 over Smoke. He'll be still alive there as Master CJ drops down to face Jiroku Daisa in a little while. Jan, of course, moving on to face Temple Nut in winter semis, and then the other half of winter semis is going to be Alex 8721 versus Razzo.
Hype.
Yeah, it's going to be looking good, of course. This is a part of the open series for the monthly finals. And if you want to be a part of these tournaments and beyond, you can go to compete.playstation.com. Free to sign up, free to enter to get into this Guilty Gear Strive action. We got other fighting games on deck, other games in general. So if you're looking for that competitive video game realm and where to get started, compete.playstation.com is a great place to do so. And we are going to take a quick break here before we get back with more Guilty Gear, some more upper bracket action. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on PlayStation.
Bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If the word kill me, I don't need a new one under you. Soon you will know, we already know the smell of the game. Bullshit blazing, still my heart is blazing. If I lose my wings, I don't need a new one under you. Can't feel a thing, we already know the smell of Can't you see I'm blazing? Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world after you. My tongue is my word. Your words will never let me disappear. That is bullshit blazing. Still my heart is blazing. If the words kill me, I don't need a new world after you. Soon you will know. We already know the smell of love. Know the smell of love. Know the smell of love. Know the smell of the game.
And we are back. This is the PlayStation Tournament Open Series monthly finals for North America. We got the top 8 coming at you with such great action. Honestly, I'm just like so stupid here because there's just been so many cutthroat matches. You know, we just watched Master CJ versus Jan, and wow, coming into it already, the winners semis. We already got our final 4 winners in the upper side of the bracket and down lower side of the bracket. You know, Chocolate Tamaka doing work, but Master CJ and Jiraku Daisa gonna have to battle it out to see who moves on.
I feel like this is like the second or third time they've played in the PlayStation tournaments too. Master CJ and Jiroku Daisa. I just did battle of lovers, Zato and Milia. They feel like they always have to battle it out in the bracket one way or another. But of course, that's gonna go on off stream because next up is gonna be Alex 8721 versus Razzo in one half of our winner semis, right? So Alex doing a great job bouncing back from that 2-0 deficit that was put on him in winners bracket round 1 with the Anji to bring it back to get into this matchup. But I mean, Razzo, I know they're one of our favorites coming into this set, right? On that Leo has been decimating foes online, offline, and all that, and they brought their talents here to PlayStation and they're looking for a crown.
As you've already said it, yeah, like Razzo just on fire this month. But you know, the fan favorite happens to be Alex. They're saying, yo, I think Angie has what it takes to stop a king like Leo. So who knows? Like, maybe they have a read here.
That man, I mean, he's a time traveler, right? Anji is through space and time. He gives a no F's about your monarchs, about your timelines, about your royalty or anything like that. So because of that, I think, you know, Anji will have a decent time. And Alex has shown that he has the mental composure as a player, right? We've seen that he's willing to overcome adversity, overcome these obstacles, not just getting down about himself and letting him get into a rut just because he's down in a set. So because of that, that's something you're going to need up against a player like Razzo, who has proven they are tournament winning capable.
Definitely. But you know, we're just a low set in front of winners finals. You know, any given Monday you can get 3-0'd. So even if, you know, we might feel Razzo could win this, you know, the chat, they believe Alex could. So like we were saying before, I don't know, half of us think one thing, half of us think the other thing. Someone's right here.
Yeah, and one thing to highlight about these next 2 sets coming up is the fact that the winners are going to be in the money, right? They'll be in that upper echelon of results, guaranteed top 3 finish. So they will be at the very least paid out that $200 bonus. So it'll definitely be a good look either way for these W's to be had. But not only that, it's also less matches just to play overall, right? To get to the grand finals. You avoid that lower bracket where the sharks lurk, where your life is on the line. But of course, this is going to be a dangerous matchup in general. Again, we're going to have Razzo on the Leo and then Alex on the Anji. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one too. We talked about Go Lewis versus Leo not being a matchup I've seen too much. I haven't seen this one that much either. But I have to imagine that, I mean, Leo is going to be able to bully in a lot of the instances. I want to see if Alex will have like some very clutch spins. I think that's probably going to be something that he's going to need to get the W in this set, is just like these big opportune spin moments, whether it be like on like some of these far S's or just like this dash pressure that Leo likes to do. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, there's a lot of annoying block string pressure from Leo, so maybe, yeah, the spins might be able to, you know, find a little gap or, you know, call out a special, or maybe the 2S on the 5S, 2S scenario, you know, call one of those out when trying to delay it. But I'm not sure, you know, you spin a little too much and then Leo just has to take a break, you know, and then come for you. So it should be interesting. I haven't seen this matchup too much. I got to watch my boy Spooky a little more, see how it goes. But yeah. Should be pretty fun, honestly.
I'm trying to think if like any of the Fujin follow-ups would be good, like in the neutral up against Leo, but I don't really feel like any of them are going to be a lot of answers in the neutral, right? Obviously, he can use them as like overhead setups and lows and stuff to shenanigan-wise kind of keep him off balance, but I don't think really like any of the like the fan toss or something like that, maybe to like kind of try to get over a fireball and then take your turn like that, but that's kind of like a hard read type thing, so...
Maybe from a distance, the butterfly against slash fireball to get started so they can't move in, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, of course, like butterfly, like a really long startup, right? So you can definitely use it. It's just like take a lot of finesse. But I think that's what it's going to take in general for Anji in this matchup, right? Leo is going to be coming at you very aggressively with all his tools, the the dash cancels on the 5K back turn and the overheads from long distance, and just in general his various ways to kind of close the gap. And on the other side, Anji, I mean, we'll see if he can kind of interrupt those with the Fujin and some of the far S stuff, or just in general what tool he'll bring to the table. Because again, yeah, we haven't seen this matchup too much, but we're going to get into it now. Again, this is going to be one half of winner semis. Winner of this gets into the winners finals, top 3 guaranteed payout. So it is definitely an important match for both sides.
Definitely an important match. So let's see how it unfolds.
Most definitely.
Blame it on the beast if you lose, though. You know, Leo's kind of no. I'm just.
It's never my fault. It's always the beast's fault.
Literally, when you were talking about backstance 5K, I just pictured the jump cancel BRC right after. I was like, oh my god, no, please no.
Right? As soon as you start to think of it, you're like, oh, the capabilities, the possibilities.
Ooh.
You already tested him with the low after the Fujin. Interesting.
Wow, the IB. Clutch block. I like the jump dust to the fall normal. It works out. But, man, this pressure, staying on it. Raza.
Yeah, I've seen Anji start to do that a little bit more now. It's kind of utilize that jump D to throw off the anti-air timing of their opponents. But right now, as you mentioned, Razo still in control. PRC after that, though, caught them slipping.
You're trying to get started with Fujin in the run-up. What a juggle off the standing punch.
Oh,
nice.
And then the stop sign, the back turn S. There's such a great hitbox on that move. Gonna send him through the wall. Big guts on Anji, though, so he's living for now.
Oh, what attack!
Just off the ground. Knew it. Commit to the throw timing, but Razo still just relentless with the chase down.
Right, jumped right over that heavy slash. No arches here. Oh, counter. 2 boots.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking for a burst afterwards. Alex not going to give it to him just yet, but Razo once again in that space with a throw. Guard break from long distance. Guard break out of the sky as well. Overhead blocked and bursted immediately.
Oh, the jump does. Fake out working again there. Getting through backstance with the instant low, but the flash kick.
Wow. Razo, why did they just know about that flash kick? And yeah, once again, knowing Alex is going to try to take his turn and then just dumped back into it too far for it to actually open him up. Yeah.
Oh, nice throw. Safe pressure. I like it. Oh, that was insane.
Yeah, challenged the butterfly perfectly with a flash kick, and now Alex very aware of how little life he has. Wow, still blocked the 6P. Good job not getting greedy, spinning through the fireball for now. Oh, and then gets in and closes the distance with that conversion on the air-to-air hit. Very impressive.
Right? What a juggle. And Alex hanging on. Very clutch.
Yo. Then gets the 2D out after that, but no, the flash kick is there to shut down any and all partying. Nice, yeah, went into the far S counter, try to go directly into Fujin. Razo putting a stop to that. Will sacrifice his burst to do so.
Ooh, the fireball going through. I guess
This is smart for them,
Butterfly
right?
doesn't do
Just,
that much work.
Yeah, post up on the other side of the screen, throw the as fireballs, and make Alex try to get around it in some way where he has to commit.
Oh, the 2D calling it out. Don't twirl on me.
Yeah, try to get the burst bait going. Alex delaying it, finally finds a successful one, but still in the corner, respecting the reverse beat potential of that 6H.
Oh, the forward punch was out of the range. Gets the twirl and free throw. Nice setup coming up.
Closing that distance real quick with the 5K once again. Razzo directly into the super, and with the super damage and the wall break, not even the 5 guts on Anji is going to let him live. Well done from Razzo. They take the first game in a very convincing fashion, in the fact that they were still like, they fought for every like hit they got, right? It was all well earned, and it wasn't really any kind of scrambles or luck. It was just kind of solid play the whole time.
Yeah, true. But I have to say, Alex was playing pretty solid too. Like getting a little more footing towards the end. Just little situations, kind of lost their turn. There was one instance where the forward Rekka whiffed. Angie could have got a whiff punish or something. But, in that type of moment at the very end of the match, with no health left, you don't want to mess up and swing into something or etc. So I understand,
Yeah, 100%. It's not the time to take the risk. So yeah, definitely Alex has shown some impressive play as well. I thought both sides played very well. It was all solid stuff for the most part. Both players were showing a lot of respect to each other. We're very aware of each other's capabilities and the tool sets that the characters bring to the table. So I'm looking forward for the set to continue.
Definitely. And the Eagle's back in the sky. Let's go.
Mans is always looking for a fight. He's just hawking on YouTube, looking for fights, and bum fights, street fights, Guilty Gear fights, whatever it may be.
Oh, we got one going right now.
Yeah, who knew that he would come across like King versus a time traveler? That's a new one. That's definitely a rare sight to see.
Maybe you just want to see if you could bust up King Arthur. You're like, I could do it. He ain't nothing. Ooh.
Oh, the Goldberg's instant blocked as well.
Yeah, getting the punish on a Goldberg, that's a statement. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, -10 right there, so punishable, but a much shorter window than a blue burst punish, which is -30.
Ooh. Oh, the RC punish, unfortunate. Falls out.
Just didn't get a drift forward or what. Nice block in the overhead, of course. This is still plus frames, though.
All right, the clutch 6P, but no falling K this time, but OTG damage to clean it up. Razzo.
Man, that sword twirl is so sick. Razzo again straighten out the coat. Alex trying to spin, but yeah, it's so difficult to really pick your spots up against Leo.
Wow, and just the run-up grab. Saw the green guard, and then the guard crush just hitting. Big damage with the super.
And so smart from Razzo to convert like that. Oh no. Baiting out the gold burst, punishing again, RC to keep the pressure up.
Standing tall here, Razzo. with demanding 2-0.
The equal sign on that jump heavy slash right there. Equals a perfect, my friend. Yeah, that was just like super impressive. Once again, great play from Razzo. Top to bottom, just being very aware of like gold burst, bad dashing out of that, and just in general, I really like his conversion off the guard break hit too, just going into the super, right? The way that hits, you don't really get anything off of it if you don't like immediately convert or like RC or something like that. So you just super it to get the wall break, big damage, positive bonus, plus frames. Like it's just everything you could want.
Yeah, it's exactly everything you could want. And a lot of the situations that were coming up, like that guard crush cash out was so much damage. But, if you even just block that, you might see the Razzo special, which we talked about earlier in the Euro, where 3 guard crushes in a row just based off of respect. Like, hey, I know you're trying to get out of this other mix-up. So, I know you respect my mix-up, so I'm going to just really make you on tilt. So I will land this high. I will land this low or this stand slash. You're not going nowhere.
Yeah, right. It's like we've seen the PR or the purple beat damage, so you just get conditioned and fearful of that potential, and you kind of just want to like block or try to do something else, and he'll just take that a moment to guard break you over and over again and really just put you in an even more dangerous situation. Oh, and we got a foul switch. Huh?
Oh, okay. I know some Leos don't like this matchup. I will say it's better than Xrd, but you know, Faust does have the tools to kind of keep him out, but the hitboxes can trade kind of crazy in this matchup. So, but Alex doing a great job backing off here. Nice hammer.
Yeah, putting out the goons, putting out everything that he could possibly just kind of fill the screen with right now to give Leo some trouble.
Oh, the bomb's out. Oh, what a teleport. You want to commit on my item?
He crossed him up on the bomb explosion with the scarecrow. That was too sick.
I like it. Yo, Alex.
Everything's staying out. Oh, actually doesn't throw the bomb back this time and now cornered up. Oh,
Damage.
no. Why? Where did his health go? He's dead.
Oh, and that's the unfortunate part about playing Faust. You know, 6-frame stand punch in the corner. It's not really can convert off of anything. And you have to take that read there on the offensive.
Man's got that low defense. 0 guts game. Oh, no.
Oh, counter hit. Here we go.
Reeled him in close. Oh, just the golf club him away. And now another mini Faust just to make up for the last one that didn't do any work.
Hey, little man's coming in. Gets the follow up with the 2K2D. Oh, throw that throw on. Yeah, let's go.
Wow, instant block that 2D. Does get the goons out. Oh, and it interrupts him.
Oh. And the super, I feel like if they let it rock, it would have hit, right?
Yeah. Either way, just kind of committing to the fact that it was going to get him out via the invul. Bomb back coming through. Oh, the trumpet again. But yeah, Leo's kind of ruling that space. Tripped into the trumpet now. Oh,
the burst,
no.
Unfortunate. Oh, super,
but
doesn't bite.
And yeah, doesn't actually commit to the PRC that time when he needed to. And because of that, Razzle closes out the set 3-0.
Unfortunate. I mean, Alex was doing work mid-screen. It's just when you get cornered as Faust, it's just incredibly hard to get out against a character like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like Leo's not really going to give you any breathing room, right? Just going to constantly stay on top, especially in that matchup where Faust, like, his best option is to get like outside of that range where you're like medium to close to utilize some of those normals, get his item toss game going, stuff like that to make sure that Leo has some type of obstacles to deal with. Once he's that close, I mean, it's going to be tough to get the king off you.
Oh, the dip breaking the backboard. Okay. Duncan.
This was the guard break right into the super that we talked about. It just gave him everything he could want. Look at all that damage. Positive bonus here to get that meter that you just spin right back. Of course, baiting out the gold burst as well. Just like so smart.
Oh, and this the teleport, that was so nice.
Yeah, you saw he missed the first bomb attempt at like the 2P. So that kind of really messed up his timing. And he committed to the 2K afterwards. But because of that, the explosion hit a lot earlier than it would have if he 2P'd it.
Oh. The situation here, you know, had the Afro explosion, gave up on the super.
Yeah, that was real rough, bro. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure it would have comboed. It would have caught on the Afro explosion, as you said.
You know, Alex going down here to the super. But, you know, the Faust army is proud of your teleport mix-up. We thought that was cool. We loved it. All right, Alex? So we wish you luck in the lower bracket. But Razzle, moving on to winners. Finals. Let's go.
Good stuff to Razzle right there. He's gonna be, or they're gonna be guaranteed a top 3 finish in the money. Once again, as we mentioned, the winners of those upper bracket semifinals matches are gonna be guaranteed in the money, and this next one is no different, which is gonna be Temple Nut versus Jan. Of course, Jan, a one-time monthly finals winner, of course, being sandwiched between those K7 show-off victories between June and August, right? So Jan, our July champion, trying to get closer to become the September champ as well.
Yeah, I mean, Jan is close. I'm wondering, when Jan won, did he still fight K7?
Yeah, right. That might have been another instance where K7 did not make it to the monthly finals tournament. But, you know, we'll have our goons on it. We'll check in a little while. But Jan right now, got to get past Temple Nut on the Giovanna, right? I know Temple Nut also, I believe, according to our intel, has also been playing Gold Lewis on the side a bit. So we'll see if we get like the biggest body type match, you know, or if we do see the Giovanna to start it off.
I mean, you know, Potemkin's kind of slow without the Mega Fist and the Hammerfall, and Bahamut Typhoon could just be sending him back all day. So I'm not sure. That seems like an interesting matchup. Most of the time I play Fu, we kind of mirror it up. So
okay, yeah. So I'll definitely be interested to see if he does bring out the Gold Lewis or not. But it is going to be the Giovanna to start for Temple Nut. The tried and true, right? This is the character he's put the most time into in this game. So Going to be going up against Jan's main squeeze as well. We haven't seen Jan play anybody but the Potemkin, except for that exhibition on ICFC. I think he played some other stuff, but that was like, you know, he was doing some weird stuff during that.
He's putting a show on for the people.
Yeah, he's putting a show on for sure.
All right, speaking of the show, it is about to go. This is to get into the winners finals, and both these players, cream of the crop, some of the best here. You do not want to go anywhere. Oh, nice low. And
Wow,
already
yeah.
in.
Long distance on that sweep. Not done the quarter. Garuda already starting. You can try to see the FD from Temple Nut trying to avoid that chip damage.
Aye. Bursting off. Temple Nut was going to make some of that hammer fall, but the second one, getting the counter hit, good damage, knockdown in the corner.
Oh, man. Yeah, the hammerfall ended up catching the 2D right there. And, of course, the smack, just the tab dust, because that's all the damage he needed.
Oh, the flip. Trying to make moves. Nice stand heavy.
Oh, no, yeah.
The drop, unfortunate. Got out of the throw.
Ooh, there we go. Switching up this time. Instead of going with one of those, bully special moves, just went with the 2D. Got caught Jan trying to interrupt.
Nice dash throw. Just keeping it simple here. Delayed normals. Dash throws. Oh, delayed super? Is this going to work? Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Temple Nut, you're a genius.
Right? Had the read that he wanted to preemptively do something to obstruct his block string. What a wire seat.
Temple Nut did such a good job that round of like switching it up in terms of the block string sequence. Like, made the right decision every time. Like, picked the perfect spots to start bullying with the spiral arrow and the flip kick instead of like trying to just restart the pressure. Pick the right moments to restart the pressure. Pick the right moments to just commit to an actual string that would counter hit Jan. It was a super, super good round.
Yeah, that round was great, but fortunately for this round,
not so
Jan,
much,
yeah, he's turning it all around. If he's doing the same thing, that's like Jan's like, I'm doing the opposite.
Oh no. And then the throw chop out of the sky like that, Jan. So that was nice that you enjoyed his second round, but the first and third rounds belong to the big bodies.
Yeah, that far S, he might as well get on his tippy toes. He makes sure that fingernail just clips you out of the sky. Like, man, Potemkin.
Yeah, that was rough for sure. Good stuff though from Jan. Always being aware, right? That far S is a great tool to kind of combat in that instant air dash range and just in general because of how much that dash momentum that Giovanna has. It's just a great tool to kind of preemptively stop a lot of her pressure, whether it be on the ground or in the air.
True that. I'm excited to see how this goes long term though, because I remember from these two fighting earlier, like later set, Temple Nut would get more counter hit crouch dust in earlier tournaments. So I'm excited to see maybe we can get some dash 5K conversions off that. But Jan just doing a good job of being out of the range and just getting hits. And
yeah, we saw like a 2D counter hit early, right after he kind of conditioned him with the plus frame special. So we'll see if Temple Nut can kind of utilize that a little bit more, get some big W's on his side. Oh, the 6P, get that out of here, and then the Potemkin Buster right after. It's time to start guessing. Ooh, Garuda. Yeah, FD to push him way back. And that was a really good FD usage from Temple Nut, button right back in. It doesn't get the backdash clip for now.
yeah, had the read. It just was a little bit off. But oh, the close slash. Jumped out the forward kick. Wow.
Honestly, to keep the pressure on, I like that flip kick, side switch, and the plus frames. Caught him trying to reach with that 5H. Oh, and then just reset the pressure with the charged dust. Disrespectful, but very, very smart. You can see taking a big life lead, getting the plus frames afterwards as well. Ooh, and Jan betting on something he shouldn't have. Gets counter hit and then the hard down.
Yeah, the close slash. You know, this character gets so many dash throws. I don't blame.
Yeah, exactly, right? She just pressures you into trying to wiggle out, whether it be pressing a button, trying to jump. Either way, right now, Jan not wiggling out of any of this danger.
Man, just a close slash into a delayed crouch slash. That's all really needed here. That's how relentless this dash throw pressure can be. Wow, the perfect.
Great stuff from Temple Nut right there. Even keeping in mind the fact that Jan still had a burst available to his name. And with, I mean, Jan had to, right? Because that was going to be the end of the game. So no use in holding on to it. So great awareness once again from Temple Nut. And you mentioned, right, it wasn't going to be free for Jan. You said going deeper into the set, Temple Nut definitely gets more and more hits. And we see maybe striking a little bit earlier. So that bodes well for him.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Temple Nut go for these like backdash reads on throw situations, etc. And, you know, it's been working. But, you know, Jan... He has a lot of ways to throw monkey wrenches too. We actually saw one of them get caught earlier by Temple Nut in game 1 on that delayed block string. That they did the super and just called out what Jan was doing. Probably Mega Fist, but
yeah, probably his back was to the corner after all.
You might see that Mega Fist come back and actually work.
Yeah, I definitely feel like we might see a bit more Mega Fist in neutral, but a great 2D. And you talked about the dash 5K conversions. That's exactly what Temple Nut had there.
Yeah, that's one thing in this matchup that adds a lot. Like, you know, your crouch dust versus his, you can get that counter hit and cash out way bigger than what Potemkin can get.
Yeah, it was an incredible start for Temple Nut this game. Oh, wow, I actually got clip grounded. That kind of sucked, but great backdash to get out of the situation that Jan wanted.
Ooh. Oh, drop the combo. Oh, no. Take his heart.
Slide head found the knockdown, but oh, Temple Nut just waking up with the instant air dash, able to get back to mid-screen, cornering Potemkin instead. Nice. And whip kick, I don't know if that was supposed to be just like a frame kill setup to get the 2K or whatever have you. Kind of caught Jan lost in the lights regardless.
Yeah, just throwing active frames out there.
Yeah.
Oh, the trade.
Yeah,
good read by
huge
Jan.
trade for Jan. Oh, try to grip Temple Nut up. Oh, Temple Nut thought the aggressive burst was going to come out, but Jan holding on to it instead of aggressive YRC. Still keeping his feet on the ground until then. Garuda catching him, and then to the skies you go.
Ouch. Just like that. It's 1-1 rounds? Yo.
My God. Jan, whenever he converts those 5P anti-airs to the 2S Mega Fist, so impressive.
Good burst, but the cross up. Mega Fist back, but getting closer to the wall. What an anti-air with the low. Okay.
Whip kick. Oh, actually the backdash got caught after the whip kick with a 2D. That was a great button choice from Jan, but my man's not making good choices now. Through the wall he goes.
Watch out for some broken glass. Get up. Oh, got checked in the head.
Yeah, YRC's the RC, and that's a knockdown. Oh, yeah, Temple Nut don't want to play that game. And a great air throw on the Mega Fist attempt. Get that out of here.
Right? Was ready for it. The 2-1 coming up and going against the big body legend. Yo, okay.
Yeah, we talked about it, right? Temple Nut looking better earlier on than he usually does in the set, and as a result of that, 2-1, bouncing back from that first L to take a lead here early on. Of course, Jan, we've seen him in this situation time and time again, so we can't count him out either.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Jan's just kind of gone a little bit more on the reads, you know, a lot of these Kara busters are getting jumped on, and, you know, he had to spend resources just to get around that. You know, that burst was just wasted because of that. So maybe if he takes a step back and kind of earns it a little more, I'm not sure. Yeah, but let's see what Jan can come up with. You know, he is the big body legend.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah, we'll see if he kind of hunkers down, buckles down a little bit more, tries to play a bit more of a solid game, or if he can just find, some type of hit and then convert it big like this, right? We've seen, there you go, the 2H. I really like that too, because Temple Nut has a wrist, the wake up jump instant air dash, right?
Yeah.
So I really love him calling him out with the 2H there.
Hammer fall.
Goodbye.
And I respect holding on to the burst. It's like, hey, this round's over with.
Yeah.
I need this for a real fight.
Exactly right. I definitely much rather have him just like a burst here, like on the first time Jan gets a significant hit, rather than spend it in that last round. Instead, Jan the first one to burst here off of a significant hit. Still cornered regardless though. Ooh. See how much respect he shows to that Giovanna throw game though. Has gotten clipped a couple of times holding up. Oh, not this time though. Instead, reverses with the Potemkin Buster. Just bet on Temple Nut going with the dash throw, and I mean command throw will beat that option.
Oh, what an instant air dash. Full conversion to super? That's more like temple ambition. Okay.
This man, the closest with the wrong way and still got the wall splat combo. Very smart.
Low pressure, keeping it on. Gets that sneaky dust. Another one.
Oh, instead the heat knuckle as soon as he landed again, reading his instant air dashes from Temple Nut. Build just enough meter. Oh, BRC! Oh my goodness, Jan even waited for the YRC, but Temple Nut waited so long that it turned blue instead and just slowed Jan down completely.
Right, now set point for Temple Nut. Jan in trouble.
That's a rough way to lose a round. Jan was looking for that exact thing.
Oh, Capuente in. The throw. Delayed block string, and Jan trying to move in, but gets caught by the dash standing S.
Oh, put the cheeks on him for now. Very hard to anti-air that move.
These buns, son. Oh, nice Mega Fist, though.
Yeah, and Temple Nut. Oh, ends up trading with that one. Double jump still, though. Jan just going with a rising jump P to combat that. RC. Oh, and he actually commits to the charge dust this time.
Oh, and with the meter, are we gonna get a dive kick? No, just dust RC.
Dust on the other side, then dust combo. He's still living here. Big guts up Potemkin, plus frames, and then goes low. Temple Nut sending a message right there. Dust after dust after dust, only to end it with an ankle shot. Temple Nut, man, getting himself into winners finals off that.
Yeah, super clutch. The 3-1. And honestly, I think that's the only loss that Jan's taken this month. So
yeah,
good job, Temple Nut. You know, Jan's not out yet. We'll definitely be doing work in the lower end of the bracket, but man, you're gonna have to win a couple to reach back up to Temple Nut.
Yeah, definitely great stuff. Once again, to Temple Nut as we begin to take a look at how it all went down here. Right, beautiful, just super to call out whatever Jan was gonna do in that instance. Right, whip kick. Negative on block, so that's when a lot of the opponents take their turn back, and he just stole it back instead.
Yo, these 2K stand dusts were doing so much work this set, but you know, being afraid of that Geo crouch slash or the 2K2D right away, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, exactly right. He was just classic conditioning again, which is what we talked about with Temple Nut through and through with this set, utilizing a lot of the 2K2D or the 2K2S to make him think about those lows, and then we saw how potent it paid off later on with the dust.
Hey, if anything Jan's good at, it's throws and footsies. And what beats footsies and throws? Lows all day.
True.
Low.
That was the BRC too. Oh, heartbreaker.
Oh, the dust, man. These just do damage. Temple to send him to the sky.
He gets the charge dust right. And then a dash up, tap dust, ORC to get the full combo here. And then at this point, right, he had utilized so many of these 2K tap dusts, and he just goes into 2K right there, not expecting him to, I guess, utilize the low, right? He had to guess between a strike or a throw at that point, and Jan just guessing wrong. So Razzo and Temple Nut going to be your upper bracket finals coming up soon.
Yeah, that Leo Geo coming, but right down there in the lower end of the bracket, Jan versus Chanclamadica. Wow, so gotta fight the Chip matchup. Chip Poe is gonna be a hard path there. So give your energy to Jan, Potemkin Army, in the chat. Mash some emotes.
Yeah, definitely. It's always one of the more volatile matchups in the game, that Potemkin versus Chip. But, you know, there's a lot of characters to explore, and you should be exploring them at compete.playstation.com. Sign up for these tournaments. They're free to enter. There's money that is paid out to the top 4 as well. So if you're looking to sharpen your skills with whatever character it may be, you can do so over at compete.playstation.com. So we're going to give y'all a chance to go do that before we get to this upper bracket finals, which should be a banger. Again, it's going to be, going to be Razzo versus Temple Nut. Incredible stuff for both sides for sure. Leo versus Giovanna. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with that match.
And welcome back, everybody, to the PlayStation Tournament's North America Guilty Gear Strive September Finals. And we are already in this upper bracket finals area. And, you know, the lower bracket is developing. I'm pretty sure we're near our top 4 now. But, man, it is coming forward. Oh, pretty much, yeah. Look at that. Pretty much like a top 5, top 6 here. But, yo, Razzo Temple now going to be going at it in the winner's side. And then right on the loser, Jan versus Latomica. We were just talking about that, the Potemkin versus Chip matchup, trouble. And then Alex, 8721, just waiting, seeing who will come on top.
Indeed, Alex. Awaiting in that lower bracket semifinals match. But right now, we're going to get to that upper bracket finals, right? It's going to be Razzo versus Temple Nut. So we'll see what the poll says in a minute here, who actually is favored here. I think 2 of our favorites, outside of Jan, to take the entire tournament for sure. Razzo has been doing an excellent job representing on that Leo, and we just saw Temple Nut slay the favorite in Jan to make it into this winners finals in the first place, right? So obviously both of these players guaranteed some cash at the very least, but they're always coming for that number 1 spot.
Yeah, I mean, Geo doing damage like this, I would think she could be number 1 right now, especially after half of those conversions. So I don't know. You know, I thought Leo and Razzo were doing so much damage this past month, but Temple not just taking Jan down like that. Oh, wait, 69? Nice. Okay.
Indeed, Razzo favored in the chat so far, and a lot of faith in that Leo, right? We've seen the second king take 2 crowns before in the form of K7, so we'll see if Razzo can kind of continue that tradition with the Leo reigning supreme, or if we'll get a new champion on the throne here. Perhaps Giovanna goes from protecting the president to becoming one herself.
Oh, wow. That's actually thinking about it.
I mean,
she's got the moves to do it, you know? So it may be just enough backdashes, but Leo just storm running everywhere. The king rules all. So, you know, that land, there's nowhere to run once the king is in the area, you know? Gonna get all his little knights out. But, man, the cross-ups, the fireballs, I don't know. Like, Geo, she got the normals to keep him honest sometimes, but for how long?
Yeah, and I've done a little bit of experimenting with like spiral arrow and the fireball from Leo, right? Because the S fireball is 2 hits and the spiral arrow is supposed to absorb 1 hit of projectiles.
Oh.
So sometimes it will like absorb the first hit and then go through the projectile, and then sometimes it'll like beat it outright. So it's definitely a funky interaction when it comes to that. Keep an eye on it going forward in this set.
Definitely. I'm sure there's some situations where you'll always get it, but if you're just winging it, you know, it's 50-50 there, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Right now, both sides showing a lot of respect to Razzo finding the first hit and then going back to the original side, but awaiting Temple Nut to burst as soon as he got that first hit. Like that from Razzo, or Temple Nut getting the damage in where he can after that big whip flash kick.
Yeah, kind of was just like, yeah, bring the burst out, because I plan to do this more.
Yeah, and unless he's going to get the parry on time. What in the world?
What was that?
The wrong way?
Was that the reflect? Did the reflect send her the wrong way? What was that?
I do not know. I just figured that she activated during some of the last frames of Leo being on the other side, and then he ended up all the way through afterwards. I don't know.
Someone clip that for me so I can check it out later, please.
Yeah. Either way, Razzo bouncing back from that funky situation very well. Has her on a pixel of health here, but Temple Nut sneaks in the charge dust, and he's gonna burglar the round because of it.
Right, with the magic pixel. But Razzo coming back up on that burst, unfortunately, did not come in time.
Burgle? Is that the verb? I don't know.
Burgle. Oh, nice
flash kick.
The overhead. Lets her drop in the corner and keeps that pressure on. Man, the risk is getting jacked. That guard damage.
Bruh, yeah, almost into the red territory. He'll relieve some of that, but that's with a throw, so just increased damage. The back turn 5P picks it up before she touches the ground. 2 great sequence right there from Razzo.
Right, he was just juggling. Dribbling that ball.
Yeah, I really like that from Razzo too. on the jump in to start after the stage transition, try to bait out the YRC. Temple Nut didn't give it to him though, and look at this. Temple Nut stayed so solid until that moment. Tried to sneak in the throw and only found a super.
Yeah, I was trying to get that main Geo game on. You know, I'm gonna do a close slash, I'm gonna do a throw, but no, Razo's like super will beat both of these.
And Temple Nut though, they're gonna continue that overwhelming offense. Finds the air to air. Oh no. Scramble results in Temple Nut. Big opportunity here. And then once again, yeah, just getting that big damage in and then letting Razo burst.
Yeah, getting that free damage, and now the pressure's on. Nice stand heavy, not counter hit, just kind of waited. Oh, full conversion? Yes.
Yeah. And it looked like Razo was very much concerned with getting thrown right there, right? Temple Nut just consistently staying true with the meaty, the close S instead of 2S, stuff like that. Never really went for a throw on Razo, but he knows that it's such a potent threat that you gotta respect it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Razo thought wouldn't happen. I'm not sure. Just from the super before, but nah, this is Geo. It's coming.
Yeah, definitely good stuff from Temple Nut. Razo, we'll see how they bounce back from that loss. See if they have any other tricks up their sleeve or strategies they want to implement that they haven't started yet.
Yeah, let's get it on.
Mankind.
Indeed, Temple Nut still looking so strong though. What a showing so far. Taking down Jan, taking a lead here in Winners Finals, but stop to everything, that 2D. We'll see both of these players utilize those moves a lot. Very potent tools for both of their characters. Oh, the triple up on the back
super
turn S. My goodness.
And the chat, they clipped it already. They said it was a back stance super whiffing pass. So, you know, it went the wrong way from the back stance. Cool to know. Aye, what a pickup. I would burst too. Nice reversal.
Oh, nice whiff punish right there. It gets scary kind of swinging into that far S of Giovanna, but Razo calculates it well and then gets the wall bounce.
And it just
the 5K putting a stop to that 2D.
Temple Nut trying to fight back. Ooh, the PRC off the throw gets another one on the dash up, and just like that, a tied game, 1-1.
Yeah, Razo covering the first whiff throw with a PRC, only to throw him again, right? Just as you mentioned, the micro dash and the throw, closing that distance that he needed. So good stuff.
Yeah, super good stuff. But it's like, with the slowdown there, you're like, oh man, I don't want to get hit. And then it's, here comes dash throw.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that is definitely just one of the things that I think people lament a lot about the fact that you can RC with throws is the fact that if you're in a proximity of getting hit by that slowdown, avoiding the throw, you're not out of the situation yet, right? That is still very much advantage for the person that did the RC. So you see in that instance, Temple Nut really respecting the options that Razo could have went into, just gets dash up thrown because of the blocking.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone try to swing on it, and then it's a back RC backwards, and then get punished. It's like, wow.
Yeah, so that's why Temple Nut didn't even want to try it, but Razo doing a great job. They're very smart, right? Very aware of the situation, just taking advantage of that. Knowing that Temple Nut knows that it's not their turn to play, it's their turn to block. And if you're going to block, then I'm going to throw you.
Yep. Good respect game played there. And here we go. Game 3.
Now we just got out of range and got the 2D going. Tried to get another one, but instead got counter hit. Now both bursts are off the table.
Wow, 10 seconds in.
Yeah.
But at least it comes back quick. They'll definitely see it by next round, maybe even this round.
Yeah, for sure. And then great stuff from Temple Nut right here, FDing some of that pressure to get the distance, but didn't really make something happen off that. Finds the 2K, gets the closest as well. No big damage. Razo, Berserker Slash off that RC. The pressure continues.
Nice low. Keeping it on. And wow, the dash through again. All these lows. What a counter.
Oh, counter at the last bit. Stay active like that. The counter absorbing that crouch dust.
Yeah, Razo keeping the guard up. Knows it's still a tied set. Has to come back.
Ooh,
what a throw.
I like that as well. We've seen a lot of the abuse of the back turn slash, so instead he stands, cancels it. But right now, Temple Nut gets flash kicked for his trouble.
Ooh, stand heavy. Nice conversion. Getting close to the corner. And the whiff. Big damage payout.
Yeah, he might be dead. Oh, not even
Yes.
might. Definitely dead right there. Razzo. Betting wrong.
You see that recycle sign on her head? Your life's getting recycled like ASAP. You're seeing a third round.
It's that reincarnation.
Oh, true. Oh, what a throw.
Guard break on the
Oh,
OTG.
Razzo
got it
special.
again. Oh, what a 6P from Razzo. So smart off that whiff, a throw attempt.
Throw on the counter?
Tried to parry when he saw, Temple not getting aggressive like that, but ends up throwing it anyway.
Air to the juggle. I like it. And it should be enough. Yes. Yo, Razzo.
That was definitely super impressive stuff once again from Razzo. Like, just clutching out these moments. Great decisions on the defensive end too. Like after that PRC on the throw, just utilizing the upper body involve, the 6P to combat the normal that was already out. Like, I mean, just, they're very, very smart.
Yeah, I mean, one crossover. We saw, what, like 2 dash through back turn lows right away. And once you're in that position, it's like, are you going to let Leo come through? But if you just start preemptively mashing, Leo's going to hit you with a meaty counter hit anyways, take even more damage. So, wow, wild stuff. Like, Razzo really good with the read on the offense.
Yeah, man, and I mean, I was so confident with the way Tempo started this set, man, that he was gonna put himself in Winterside Grand Finals. But just like that, Razzo was like, bruh, I've been the one showing out online, offline, everywhere possible, and they're looking to show out once again.
True. I mean, go into game 4, see if we get a tied up situation. Will we go to game 5? But Razzo looking incredibly strong here, trying to get this done right now.
And once again, gonna see who takes it home here. 2-1 lead for Razzo. Oh, the crouch does actually clip in there. Once again, Temple Knight starts with a lot of 2Ds, and they've been getting clipped by Razzo's 2D instead. And then another counter hit. We saw this kind of repeat itself before, right? Just these players utilizing their burst very early on, recognizing the offensive threat of the other character.
Yeah, sometimes just being cornered first is such a huge moment, so they literally don't want to even see it. Ooh,
Bro,
the counter.
Yeah.
It's not a trade, it's a counter. What a 2D to the full conversion, the super. Wow.
This dude Temple Nut, poor fella, could not read the wake up crouch dust. It's hard. It's a hard read to make.
Oh, Fares getting the counter hit post tech. I like it. What a throw.
Oh my goodness, he did it again, bro. Counter hit him on the other side, and now this could be all Razzo's game. Waited for the super right there. He can parry it once the flash comes out.
Then the backdash on the overhead and then baiting the super huge play. Temple Nut.
Yeah, and they're just gonna delete the rest of that life bar. Oh, actually holding on by a magic pixel. Gets the back thrown out like this, bro. Oh, crosses him up to the other side. You know Temple Nut wants to hold on to that burst. And a great PRC. Slow down, dash to the other side, and then catch the landing.
Hey. Oh, nice. Getting that jump back and just trying to space out with the crouch dust, but the fireball, okay.
Yeah, you can see Temple Nut still utilizing a lot of that crouch dust, despite Razzo having pretty consistent answers to it with his own.
Oh, nice
counter hit this time. No burst to find his way out of the combo either.
Ow. Oh, the trade.
Oh, the active frames that it does actually caught him that time, and then the counter hit on the other side.
What a
Temple Nut
throw.
staying alive, throwing the flash kick.
Ooh.
Oh, she was so slowed down.
These ambitious 5 and 2Ks just coming in and Razzo clutching. Wow, moving on to grand finals.
Yeah, great stuff from Razzo right there. I really feel like Temple Nut thought he was going to be able to press something a little bit earlier than he was actually able to, because he got clipped by the slowdown, but Razzo was going the opposite direction, right? So like, okay, by the time we actually get to interact again, the slowdown should be gone. But like the 5K, the micro dash 5K brings Leo so far forward so fast that it's still clipped whatever Temple Nut tried to do.
No, like I thought these crouch dusts were really trying to, you know, calm that down, but it would still come up. Like a couple seconds would go by, and then it would just be the 5K pressure on and on.
Oh yeah, this was that wild
5K.
stuff. Yeah. Back turn getting through, and her just going the wrong way.
Ooh.
Oh,
What a
my
punish.
goodness. Yeah, that crouch D was so good right there. Forrest, of course, the active frames all on that, always catching people. And that was just the first game where Temple Nut really stayed in Razzle's grill. He couldn't really get anything started that didn't require a massive risk being taken. The triple up on the back turn slash, just destruction.
Just go for it. Why not?
Yeah, this was the round following that. Razzle, they really did a great job just maintaining Temple Nut's wild, like, offensive capabilities on Geo.
Yeah, I just... Oh, the PRC situation. Yeah, that respect game. I like that one.
Talk about the slowdown on the AoE again. You saw Temple Nut tried to press something after, but the slowdown plus the throw being 2 frames just threw whatever it was.
And I like how the recovery on that stand heavy was just out of the range of the flash kick.
Oh. Yeah, that was the exact moment we just broke down at the end of the game there. And then the 2K, the dash forward 2K, just such another long range option. A little bit deceptive on when you think you have to block your legs from. And because of that, Razzle puts themselves, excuse me, in grand finals winner side.
Man, so we will be moving on to the lower end of the bracket where Jan will be fighting Alex 8721. And this should be fun. You know, we get that Angie action versus the Potemkin. And all these players have, I'm pretty sure, have made it into the cut. So, you know, we'll be getting paid out. You know, thank you, Sony, for that ka-ching.
Exactly. Everybody that you're going to be seeing from here on out has got into the upper echelon, is going to be taking home some cash. But of course, they're all aiming for that first place prize to be the monthly champions here at the PlayStation tournament. Jan's been there before. He's got to go through some of the losers bracket now to actually get there once again. And his first stop is going to be Alex 8721 on that Anji, who we saw actually show out quite well earlier in the chip matchup.
Yeah, definitely did pretty well in it. And honestly, like Potemkin versus Angie, I've seen GC Yoshi really annoy a lot of Potemkin players in this matchup. So I'm interested to see what could happen. You know, it's not legacy Angie versus Potemkin. Guard point would just go through everything that Poe would have. You'd have to be so on point. But Twirl can work in similar fashions. You just have to know what you're using it against. So I'm interested to see, you know, these reads on the Mega Fist, the approaches from the air or ground normals, but like, you know, got to watch out for these lows. Yeah,
for sure. And it'll be interesting to see, like, how Anji kind of approaches this. Obviously, like, Potemkin being a big body could definitely get clipped by, like, the overhead, like, Rin from a longer distance than a lot of other characters. But I know there's some combos that are a bit more finicky on Potemkin as well because of his big body size. So we'll see if Alex is prepared for that as well. I don't know how much Potemkin experience they're going to have, but hopefully a lot, because you're going to need it against Jan, right? One of the finest Potemkins in the business.
Hey, you're going to need it versus Jan, but, you know, you made it in the cut. You know, you want to get paid. You want some Skrilla, you got to be a killer. And Alex, you made it in the top 4. Congrats. So let's see how you do in this Coliseum right now of killers. Oh, my God.
Yeah, the losers semifinals again, trying to get to that lower bracket finals, that top 3 guaranteed position. If Jan does manage to take this W, he'll get his run back up against Temple Nut, the man that sent him to losers in the very first place.
All right. Oh, and tops right into his arms.
He did. He tried for the Fujin hop and instead only finds a jump heavy slash. And now the Garuda games are being played. Wall splat instantly. Rough start for Alex.
Right. 15 seconds in and like all the health's gone.
Yeah, and Jan now fishing for that last bit of damage he needs. Alex, of course, on the other side. Not concerned with that. Tab does not enough damage just yet. Big guts gang.
Good jump in, but no combo. The forward heavy follow up to RC. Oh, nice low.
Back to back on the low, yeah.
Oh, throw the co out, but gets checked. There was nothing coming. A little too hard of a call out.
Wow, I can't believe Jan landed in time to get a trade there. I'm just so impressive, the awareness on this man.
Yeah, he's definitely playing this game a lot. Wow, what a Mega Fist. Good conversion. Oh, nice IB, but doesn't really get much after. Nice slide head coming in. Jumps out of the 6K range and now taking the corner.
Ooh, and then once again, the 5P to 2S Mega Fist conversion sets him up in perfect position for that pop buster. PRC. Oh, anti-airs him again. OTG Mega Fist. One more again. And Jan like that. Striking first blood.
Right, I was a little worried he didn't spend the tension because there was no burst there, but it didn't really matter. He just kept the pressure on and cleaned it up. Very nice.
Yeah, good stuff. Once again, he's always so solid with those 5P anti-airs, right? He always finds them at the height where he can get the 2S link into the Mega Fist as well. I mean, he's just always on point with that stuff. Jan, once again, reading his opponent well and just bringing the grappler style to strive as always.
True. And I mean, just for it being a simple 5P 2S Mega Fist, you know, the follow-up, you get a really good setup. And then if he needs to close, he can get some good OTG damage, you know? So I'm not surprised. There is stronger combos, but, you know, why mess with something that works so good?
Yeah, exactly, right. And as you mentioned, that OTG follow-up with the Mega Fist, it does a healthy chunk, right? Anji, most guts in the game, still died to that last OTG hit right there. So, yeah, definitely quite the significant amount of damage you can get.
Yeah, you can't sleep on the big body legend here, man. He's just doing big body damage in all aspects.
And yeah, I'm trying to chase him down with the Mega Fist. We'll see if Alex can kind of combat around that. Once again, we see the 5P anti-air conversion. Just the fact that it gives him the Oki it does, I think, really is why Jan just consistently goes with that. Easy to convert from, easy to make them start guessing after. Oh, PRC, I thought he was going to try for a 6P right there, but doesn't.
Good block on the charge dust. And man, Jan just milking all the damage off 5P2S.
Gonna try to meet him in the skies this time. Not gonna happen. Hammerfall on the PRC to get the Garuda games going. Just tagging him with these small individual hits here. Twirls through the Mega Fist. That was plus frames, but Jan didn't care, showing no respect. Just 5P and 2D, and my man's is pressing any and every button he wants.
Yeah, Jan wants that turn ASAP. All right, Alex just trying to take some turns here. Gets punished, going for the low. The jump back, but already pushed back by the 2P. Garuda games coming in with the 6K. All right, getting started.
Yeah, decent enough. At least allowed him to get some space back with that Mega Fist. Tagging it for a little bit more damage. PRC, you got to start guessing now. Guard break coming in hot and heavy. Doesn't actually get the FD off there.
Tried to sneak the grab. Back Mega Fist. 2D. Oh. Calls post Hammerfall and gets the counter hit. Very nice, and what an overhead.
Yeah,
Alex. Big. Yeah, making moves in the corner. And again, another juggle. Don't let up. Yes. Alex.
Yeah, great stuff from Alex right there. Getting that wall break, that last bit of damage that he needed.
Definitely needed that.
Yeah, he's still fishing for the 5Ps right there. That's why Alex staying out of the range, but not out of range of that 2D. Once again, Jan taking his legs out from underneath him.
Oh. Tried the forward heavy, but the counter hit 2D and the walk up 2K 2D. All lows all day. Tries to jump out of Garuda, but man, Hammerfall pressure back into it. What an air throw.
Ooh, and then wall bounce via the Garuda. Just waits for a second 5P, and then the OTG not even gonna go for it. Knew that it wasn't actually gonna kill that time, so just takes the setup.
That air to air, but the wire seat back off, stand dust. Does that count as a purple stuff?
Might as well right there. Great stuff once again from Jan. Taking it 3-0 in our lower bracket semifinals, right? To put himself in top 3 where he's found a very commonplace home there.
Hey. Oh, so that was 3. I was thinking it was 2, but wow.
Was that 2? Was it 3? I could be tripping. Oh, okay. It was 2. It was 2.
Oh, okay.
My
Jan's just so explosive. You know?
He really is, though. Jan really do just be explosive. I always think it's the end of the set as soon as it starts, really.
No, it'd be like that. But, you know, we saw Alex run it back before.
Ooh.
You know, maybe they can get a read here, but, you know, dealing with one of the final bosses, you know, is not going to be easy.
And Alex actually changed to the Gold Lewis. So Anji going to the bench here, going to bring out a big body of his own. Obviously, Gold Lewis has tremendous range, can definitely be attempting to the punch on some of these situations, some of these distances that Jan is really finding a lot of success in.
Hey, it's cool to see that there was 2 Gold Lewis players hiding in this top 8. You know, I'm hyped to see.
Yeah, and Templeman's intel we got on him, it says that he plays a little bit Gold Lewis on the side as well. So this might not be the last Gold Lewis that Jan sees today.
Nice. Hope not.
Ooh, yeah, right now you see a lot of respect being shown for the range on these options. Ooh, just tags him with a level 1 security on the machine gun. Just spin the security level on the bomb.
Some free damage. Oh, the jump in and the overhead.
Ooh, let's
Gotta
go.
watch out.
Yes.
Oh, messed up.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but still you can just see, the overhead this time. The bounce gets the 6H follow-up. Tries to bring up the machine gun, but the hammer fall. With the stop to all that. Oh, no. Jan trying to lock him down. Alex not willing to play that game. Level 3 security just jumps up, doesn't get the full follow-up. Slide head knocks him down here. Yeah.
Man, can't run from the cryptid's gravitational beam. Damn.
Ooh, open him up again. Nice backdash though to avoid the second of the 268. You can see Jan trying to throw out a lot of big buttons, but Alex doing a good job switching up his approach.
Ooh, free block stun. Megafist is in. Delayed hammer fall. Garuda games. Good blocks. Oh, the low.
Back to the neutral game. Jump D coming through. In the big behemoth typhoons.
Alex trying to space this out, trying to force a jump in as well,
Nice.
but man, getting it. Ooh.
Got the FD off. Yeah, avoided some of the chip damage there. Ooh, RC avoiding the FD. Oh my goodness. And then the jump D harassment. Alex coming through with the spooky hands right there. It is almost Halloween time after all.
True. Man, coming back though, solid pick, you know. We're a little uneasy. We're like, yo, we like Gold Lewis, but can you do it? But, you know, really showing, Potemkin can get bullied around a little bit. You know, he doesn't have that movement, so he can't really get away from these Bahamut Typhoons. And a lot of these overheads post guard crush were hitting. So great pick by Alex. Let's see how it does long set.
Yeah, I really like the jump dust instead of Typhoon harass too. Like just really keeping him locked down, not letting him do anything that like could interrupt that gap, right? If you're trying to do something, you're feeling froggy after blocking that first jump D, you're not going to be able to do nothing. It's going to get clipped by the second kind of jump in normal, in this case being a special from the Typhoon. So we shall see if my man can continue to ride this. I like the switch up. It's definitely looking a lot better than the Anji did in this specific matchup. But of course, that's just one game, right? Jan can start downloading some intel, adjust his game plan accordingly.
Aye, nice. Checking.
Oh, flicks him.
Alright, get that leveled up bomb. Oh, RC's just to make sure.
Yeah, interesting. Just RC so he didn't get hit by the bomb. I wonder if he tried to drift forward and just didn't get it. To see if he can make it over the bomb. Now we're at max security level once again for Alex if he wants to utilize that. And instead, I like that the jump back into the dash forward is usually kind of a like linear, predictable style of play. But in this instance right there, I thought it was pretty smart from Alex. Just because he had level 3 security.
Oh, good block. Gotta guess though, the dust, it works this time.
And yeah, my man is dead. Oh.
I mean, Alex jumped out of it last time, but, Jan, mixing it up enough, gets it. But I like the Bahamut Typhoon versus Garuda matchup. It's kind of like, yo, I got your number. I got this too.
Oh, okay. Forrest gets the counter hit, and yeah, big damage here. Ending in one of the Behemoth Typhoons that gives him great Oki. And ending the super as well for the wall break. Big damage and plus frames here. You got to guess for the game, Jan. Oh, instead, actually just going with the drone does clip him. And we see why Jan RC'd earlier, right? They couldn't afford that hit with his health bar.
Yeah, no escape. And the jump dust brings it back. It's the punish. This could be bad for Jan. He is cornered and eats the overhead on a backdash. It's so active. What a low. Yup.
Nice.
Super? Yes. Is this enough? Did you churn? Yes.
Ooh. Good stuff from Alex right there. Yeah, getting that conversion off the low too with the 2S like that, I didn't know that worked. That is potent stuff from Gold Lewis right there, and a great switch up on the characters.
So mid-screen, if you do land that, you do the 2S to the forward, up, back, Bahamut Typhoon, and you get the safe jump set up. Since it's a little extended juggle, it always works. It's very dirty.
That's really dope.
Yeah, but great choice by Alex. You know, going for the eye for the eye. You know, you taking me out with a big body, I got a big body for you, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And Jan's going to commit to the Potemkin as well, not switching it up at all. But
Okay.
Disco Lewis has definitely posed a big threat on the side of Jan. He hasn't really been able to come up with many of the answers that he's been looking for, right? We see him try to get active with some of the buttons, but that leaves the door open to do the instant air dash jump D. And he hasn't really found a solid answer for that whatsoever, to be honest with you.
Hey, it's just cool to see Gold Lewis doing work in the top 3, you know? Twitter,
Yeah.
he downplaying this character a lot, but I see a lot of people putting their heart into it and getting through a lot of these troubles.
Already knocked down and made him block a Garuda though. Jan, of course, has 2 games of intel on this Gold Lewis now, so the more games you give this man, the harder it is to beat him. That is definitely how Jan rolls. And already here making mincemeat out of Gold Lewis in that round.
Oh, it just turned it on like a switch, was ready for it.
Yeah, but you know, he wants to keep that impression up, not even let Alex start to build that momentum, and that's a great way to do it. Throws him out after the jump in, back dashing the Behemoth Typhoon attempt, but still trying to find their way in regardless.
Yep, the jump does. And wow, the Bahamut going through. Missed that jump slash though, but the jump does, catching the throw.
Oh yeah, he's winding up, but that is a significant startup right there. So Jan recognizing it, utilizing the slow combo too to get the close S into the Garuda impact.
Good FD to get out of the pressure. But now kind of has to make their way through or they're going to get cornered soon. Oh, Jan's coming in. Oh, the mine.
Yeah,
I mean, Alex he's been doing really good with the mine this match.
Yeah, we even blocked the slide hit right there. Jan actually managing to avoid it. Oh no, and then
Nice.
stuffs him with the 2S right there, getting the counter hit and then converting for a full kill. Once again, Jan holding on to the set right. And that's what we talked about, man. The more games of intel you give Jan, the harder it's going to be to defeat him. So despite Alex doing a great job switching to the Gold Lewis, making it a real set, Jan finally got enough information he needed to just get the one more W that was required.
I mean, true. You know, the Gold Lewis pick was great. It did some work, and it definitely made it quite an awesome match to watch. But like you said, you know, Jan, this dude will walk you to the corner, 7-3-3-7, doesn't matter. It's going to be his advantage. He's just going to play the time and get reads on you. And it ended up, in the end, working out. And
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Jan just does a great job utilizing everything as a resource, right? The timer, his life bar, his meter, like he doesn't make sure that he takes everything into account with how he approaches his opponent.
No, I agree. Like, honestly, these first 2 rounds was super rough for Alex. And, you know, the big body not mirror match, but big body versus big body. Yeah, the Haas fight. You know, he definitely brought it to the table. He was like, hey, I got something, and I came here to play. But, you know, just didn't overcome, you know. Nice job.
It's not easy for Potemkin to avoid a lot of these big swinging Behemoth Typhoon hitboxes, right? So
Yeah.
it can definitely be mad annoying. And yeah, that was a really good just conversion off the low right there into the wall break super. And I mean, it's just hopeless at that point if you're Potemkin. But of course, Jan bouncing back, doing a good job avoiding the drones here, FDing here and there, and then again just challenging off that, right? Not gonna let him kind of close that distance after the plus frames on that Behemoth Typhoon. So well done from Jan. But what I'm interested now is that Temple Nut here on our player survey has Gold Lewis as his secondary character. And Temple Nut did beat Jan 3-1 with the Giovanna, right? So it's not like he has any reason to switch considering he already has a W with this character. But that Gold Lewis showed that it could be a problem for Jan. I want to see if it's just going to make an appearance or not.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Temple Nut has already given Jan a lot of information. So, you know, it might be good right now, but, you know, being able to pull Gold Lewis out once and being like, well, are you ready for mine just to get one win? You know, that could be the way to get over the goal line, you know, need to get our players here, you know, this is Jan, the moving wall, the literal living wall.
Yeah.
Can you get past this, man?
And nobody has gone past Jan today except for Temple Nut, right? Temple Nut's the one that put him into the lower bracket in the first place. So now we'll see if Jan can complete his redemption arc, or if Temple Nut can find a redemption arc of his own and perhaps get back to that grand finals to face Razzo.
Ooh, so, you know, get some Geo, get some Poe, classic matchup. I just want to see more counter hit crouch dust, though. You know, it's just so fun to see that combo.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see if Temple Nut's going to be looking for it. Utilized it to great effectiveness in that first set up against Jan, but right now Jan already tossing him in the garbage, at least tried to.
Ooh, just blocking.
Yeah,
the burst, right?
And I respect that, right? Again, we saw this a lot from the Giovanna versus Leo matchup. Like, these characters that just have such offensive potential with these characters that have very little defensive potential, it results in a whole lot of burst very early.
What a super. Try to get that Kara Potemkin Buster, but eating a lot of damage. Didn't get the punish on the flip kick. All right. Nice. It is enough.
Back to back on the Mega Fist, 2 times platinum for the kill.
Jan showing he means business right now. What a stand heavy.
Yeah, players like this, like, oh my goodness, super strong players like a Jan. It's very hard to beat them once in a tournament. Beating them twice in a tournament is nigh impossible, right? You can see great adjustments being made from that first set. Temple Nut gotta make some of his own, though, a champion in his own right. Bursts out for now.
Ooh. The pressure's on. Not giving up here. What a throw. Delayed block string goes to the RC. Returns the favor. Yes, the crouch slash. The multi-lows working to the super.
Oh, and then chunking the Potemkin down enough to get the kill, forcing here a 3rd round in our first game.
I mean, you said it before. Taking out Jan twice is incredibly hard, but, you know, it just shows how well Temple Nut knows their game plan and how to switch it up. Nice IB.
Oh, yeah, and then IB left her in range to get that instant air dash offense going afterwards. Oh, no, the dust whiffing. Another wake-up super, and that's going to pay off big here. Not only connecting, but going to break the wall.
Yeah, just smudges his Puma. And, man, he's in trouble. Ooh. The burst bait.
Temple Nut setting all the traps. You better watch where you step when you step into my temple, my friend. He knew every which way that Jan wanted to defend against. And of course, that burst, his life was on the line, right? And when the tension is there to RC, it is very difficult to get that burst successfully off. So well done from Temple Nut again, sticking with the Giovanna and sticking with W's.
Yeah, incredibly well done. Like, Temple Nut was literally on the ropes second round and just brought that back.
Yeah, man, that was impressive once again, staying with the Giovanna. And Jan looked like he had figured it out a little bit, right, in that very first round, convincing fashion. But just like that, Temple Nut kind of found his bearings again and remembered how he had to play the matchup, exactly who he was playing against, and just played it expertly after that, really staying outside of any of the Potemkin Buster range, making hard reads when he needed to do so, really being safe with his pressure too, not really risking too many things, just taking the increased gauge risk crank as Jan tried to block everything out.
Yeah, like in that mid-screen game, we see that max distance heavy and crouch dust a lot. And whenever you get those counter hits, like huge cash out versus just Potemkin getting a knockdown or a Mega Fist approach, you know?
Ooh, Temple Nut risking the big things here. First the dash, flip kick DP attempt, and then of course the burst. Both baited, blocked, and punished. And I mean, let's go to the next round.
The heat knuckle. The Indiana Jones moment, take his heart. Nice juggle. Garuda 2H.
The 2H and the Garuda. That is a hefty 2-piece, my friend.
Oh, you said it.
And the most expensive 2-piece you ever gonna pay for.
Oh, it just keeps going. Like, they didn't even get the punish jumping out of it. Unfortunate.
Good burst up from Jan here. He really wants to seal this round. Now let Temple Nut come back. Ooh, but a big block there. And a punish afterwards. Great stuff from Jan, recognizing that.
Oh, the jump in. Hey, clutch. The 1-1. We're already in a game 3.
Yeah, very fast game 2. Pretty much felt like the amount of time we spent talking about that first game 1 was the amount of time game 2 took. So I mean, that's just how Jan gets down, though. You know, sometimes is you get a certain open ups as Potemkin, then the person's one Potemkin buster or one combo away from death, and that does a lot of mental damage. It's very hard to bounce back and around following that well, and we saw it play out like that here. So he'll have an easier time, excuse me, him being Temple Nut in this third game, just because, you know, we're resetting, we go back to the lobby, everybody can kind of get out of that nonsense that he just dealt with.
Not sure, like you said, that nonsense. It's like you can only take so many meteor throw situations, and especially when you're getting anti-aired so clean, it just keeps coming back.
Yeah. It's definitely tough to weather that mental storm here. That's just one of the pros of playing a grappler, playing Potemkin, right? You do a little bit of extra mental damage to your opponent. And because of that, you know, it's very easy to kind of ride that momentum and as the opponent get overwhelmed. But of course, Temple Nut, as we said, NEC 20 champion of King of Fighters 14, like this fella has been through massive tournaments and has come out on top. So there's going to be a composure on his side as well.
Yeah, no stranger to the game. Ooh, what a conversion. Do not want to get counter hit by Mega Fist.
Oh,
what a throw.
Bad.
I feel like 7 of those whiff just for that one to hit.
For real. And that's the thing as a grappler player, right? You can't be discouraged about how many times you whiff the command throw. Shooters shoot, grapplers grab, you know?
No, it's true. They be playing their own game sometimes. Oh, the approach to the slide head. Nice.
Wow, huge backdash right there and getting the back throw for the punish. Now Jan once again setting up the Potemkin Buster and setting her down into the ground. 2-1 in what feels like a blink of an eye.
No, Jan definitely, he's come here to play right now. He just got the 2-1 before he was down 1 game, and then before he's winning these games before we can even explain what happened before. Like,
Yeah.
This is wild.
Exactly, and I mean that's just what Jan does, man. Great stuff once again. Just the big combos coming out real quick, the big 2 pieces, and finally he's conditioned Temple Nut enough to stay on the ground to where he's finding these Potemkin busters. And I mean, once the grappler player has conditioned you to that extent, I mean it might be a lost cause. Honestly, it's very hard to bounce back.
No, it really is, because at that point it's like you giving information, and it's like usually you doing the counter thesis, and if a Potemkin player just has to be like, oh, if I slow down I can punish this on site or whatever, you're in trouble. Like, you can't be hard calling everything unless you're right 100% of the time.
Yeah, and right when it comes to playing against Jan or just playing fighting games in general, you're presented with so many decisions to make that making them 100% of the time correctly is just impossible. So that's kind of like something you kind of have to accept, though, when it comes to the fighting game mentality, right? We talk about it a lot, especially in Strive. Like, these characters are so powerful, your opponents are so good that there's going to be moments that you just kind of have to accept that you're holding an L, right? Whether it's you getting grabbed, whether it's like a strike throw setup from Giovanna. It's just these situations that are going to happen. So it's all about kind of shrugging them off and then getting back to the neutral and playing your game once you get the chance to do so.
Hey, it's true, you know, because if you keep falling for their throw game, you might give them a counter hit that gives even more damage. So sometimes you have to take these situations and let it rock. Go with the punches.
Yeah, you can't be obsessed with like doing everything right 100% of the time, right? You got to give your opponent some credit too and realize how good they are. And Temple Nut not giving Jan any credit right there, bro. He's like, you have to show me you can actually block these charge dusts on reaction.
True. Oh, the hammer fall, RC. All this damage adding up. Nice block.
Yeah,
5P check.
Ooh. 2D finding its way in as well. Temple not getting the cross up as well. Hold up. Flip kick blocked, and then just the back Mega Fist to get out of dodge. So smart.
Yeah, the hitbox just too good on the back one. Gets around all those active frames on the stand slash.
Yeah, right. After the plus frame on the flip kick, like that, again, he's utilizing it against the spiral arrow as well. It's actually a really good option. Oh my goodness, against those plus frames. Great heat knuckle. Just counters the instant air dash. Hard read from Jan there. Again, this time Mega Fist with his back towards the corner. Aaron burst from Temple. Now you can tell he is definitely frustrated by the Mega Fist in this round.
And the Garuda. Oh, the juggle. This could be it. Yes, OTG. And it's unfortunate. You know, sometimes it's okay to backdash and get hit by Garuda when you're completely mid-screen because you get sent out. You can't get looped. But the amount of damage and where they were, you know, they tried to make a move right away, got anti-air. That was already the end of the game, you know. Unfortunate.
Definitely a frustrating sequence to go down to for Temple Nut in that last instance, because it was like a Mega Fist that got him out of a plus frame flip kick. Then it was a Mega Fist that got him out of the plus frame spiral arrow he blocked. Then once he did spiral arrow after that, Jan didn't do anything. He just blocked the 5K and then he did spiral arrow again, and then he Mega Fisted the 2K afterwards, which hit Temple Nut, which then he bursted because he got tired of getting hit by the goddamn Mega Fist. So it was definitely rough for Temple Nut for sure. Unfortunately for him, Jan just is so good, man. Is so good at knowing his opponent, really reading when you're gonna start cracking mentally and just taking full advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, the persistence and patience from Jan overall, you know, this man has overcome so many bad matchups in other games with big body characters that, you know, even if you have a good footing and you're playing player to player, you know, he just needs those reads on what you're going to do and just play patient.
Yeah, this is what we saw. Nice. The conditioning coming into play, just Garuda into the Potemkin Buster. Yeah, this was real tough. We got Temple Nut with the cross-ups here, yeah, and then that was one of the situations, right? Flip kick countered with the Mega Fist, and then in this, this I think is the very last round here. Or
yep, just instant air dash straight in. That one hurt.
So well done from Jan, man. I mean, that has been Potemkin's like primary defensive tool since this game launched, is back Mega Fist, and it is just so good. Like, you leave any type of gap where Potemkin can utilize that, and a lot of the time it's gonna put him in a better situation than he would otherwise be in. So you always got to be ready for that option, and Jan gonna ride that option into grand finals to try to take down Razzo.
Ooh, in the 11-0 and 12-1. Ooh. Man, these win rates. I mean, I think the chat can take that and like vote on it at some point, but I think either way you're picking quite the player. You know, these are two champions going at it right now, and both these players this month alone have won countless tournaments, so this should be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. The layovers, the Potemkin, Razzo's gonna have that winner side advantage, right? So that's a good look for them. But I mean, Jan has had that experience. So of course, Razzo's been to the upper echelon, has won multiple tournaments online and offline. But Jan has probably competed in, probably more tournaments than 95%, 99% of the FGC. Just been around for so long and has been so good. And then, of course, no stranger to the PlayStation tournament environment as well, right? I believe our July champion for Guilty Gear Strive. So trying to get back the crown as well, while Razzo trying to keep it in the den of the Leos, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be an interesting match. Like, Jan's been in the circuit for like 15 years, and Razzo, you know, like 19, 20, like, but quite the player. So it's definitely going to be a good description of what new school versus old school can be at the highest level.
Yeah, this is going to be a cross-generation fighting game battle, right? That's
true.
How I always like to put it. So Jan, who's been around for a long time, has done great at a whole lot of tournaments. It's going to be going up against Razzo, who really made their name, I think, right now on Guilty Gear. At least that's where I found out about them. I'm not sure if they played like Blaze Blue Cross Tag beforehand or some of these other beautiful fighting games that we have. But yeah, I mean, Razzo's done a great job in this one. And going up against Jan is going to be no easy feat, but I think they're prepared for it.
Yeah, I think they'll be prepared too. They've definitely have shown most matchups they go against. They definitely have a strategy that works and know how to switch it up. So, and they definitely play to their strengths. So, this should be interesting. I know most Potemkins don't like the Leo matchup. Like, even when Fab lost to Zidane and Exer, he definitely wrote a salty tweet about DLC characters. But, you know, Leo, you know, has a lot of tools to keep Potemkin from getting into that slash fireball and the charge fireball just being slow and out there. But, you know, Flick dealing with that and knowing when to Mega Fist, but, you know, a 2H or a flash kick into an RC situation can be a lot of damage on any counter hit from Potemkin coming from the sky. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a close one, as it usually does, or usually goes in our grand finals, of course. So, Razzo, I mean, he's going to be trying to keep up Potemkin at bay, right, with a lot of the fireballs and whatnot. But, of course, we'll see how Jan fares up against that. I'm sure Jan is kind of having a little bit of PTSD right now. I feel like every time he finds himself in these grand finals, if he doesn't get the W, it's because of a Leo across the screen, right? K7 has stood in his way time and time again, and now Razo's going to try the same thing. So we've seen how potent Leo is in this matchup, right? It can definitely overwhelm Jan. Definitely one of the few times I've seen Jan frustrated in game is up against Leo. And I mean, it's just a character that is so good at doing it because of the back turn stance and just how difficult it really is to deal with the character's offense.
Yeah, I mean, we're just talking about how well this character can maul, but like at the same time, it's hard enough to get into. So like Potemkin has to like work twice as hard here, but it's not like it's not impossible.
No.
Potemkin can definitely win this matchup, but you know, it has to be pristine about these choices and make sure they're not giving too much, because you give too much slack and that's what Leo wants. They want to party and have less fear because their life bar is conquering yours.
Yeah, right. That's definitely an interesting point to think of, is like kind of the respect versus disrespect line that you always have to walk when playing fighting games. You really have to understand that your opponent is very threatening and these characters have tremendous tools at their disposal, but you also have to make sure that you don't fear them too much. You have to respect them rather than fear them, and make sure that they fear your tools just as much. So
Yep.
We're getting into our grand finals now. Again, Razo on the Leo. They're going to be in the winner's side, so having the full advantage on the set. But it looks like we did get dropped from that very first match, so Jan taking a 1-0 lead to start it.
Oh wow, coming in strong. Okay.
And unfortunately, our spectator got dropped from that last game, but Jan was able to take it as the players played it out, no problem. Back into it now, Razo bouncing back fiercely as per usual.
YRC getting a turn, but already backing up. Nice slide head, but the throw. Gotta watch out. Yeah. Damage.
I like that too. The OTG with the super. Oh, just the flash kick afterwards for a little bit of style.
Little
A
courtesy
little bit of
dub.
razzle dazzle, you know?
Oh, the IB. Okay. Nice Mega Fisto.
Yo.
The burst.
Yeah, and you can see that's how much Razo respects the danger of getting hard knocked down by Potemkin, right? Just gonna burst out of that anti-air combo to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, doesn't want to see a close slash or anything. Ooh, nice flash kick. Pressure's on.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that, the jump S to stuff the Mega Fist.
right? What a chase down. Just jumped after him.
Oh, and then the S fireball tags him with a little bit more damage. Oh, the 2H. My man's ducked underneath that jump H with all his might. Oh, and then a great backdash punish. Can't believe it didn't actually kill him with that OTG Mega Fist, though.
Just a pixel makes the most of it. Oh, got the hit, but then went for the forward heavy and got hit out by Stamp Punch. Man, clutch by Jan.
I would have been doing the same thing. I would mash him for my life.
I'd be screaming at the top of my lungs hitting punch.
Yeah. Please, anything. Now Razo spin the burst as soon as he got it back once again here. Great juggle off that air to air.
They're doing so good here. Razo gets the hit.
Ow. Just outside of range. He's going to give Jan a chance to play. That's not good, bro. Good stuff
give
from
him too
Razo, though.
much.
Not cracking whatsoever. Trying to bait out the burst from Jan. Not giving it to him. Oh, finally does once he saw that he committed to it.
Oh, the trade with the 2D. Nice. Oh, no trade. Just straight up counter. Get
The
him.
clean 2D.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, that's what you called for, though, right? You were like, man, I want to see more of these crouch dust from Leos. It's just such a good tool. Comes from a long distance. We talked about the deceptive range on it due to the fact that you can micro dash, get that forward momentum beforehand, too. And once again, just catches a Jan off guard there. There's so many things you got to worry about when it comes to Leo at that range. And then especially if you're at a life deficit already, you're trying to close that distance in the first place because you know how potent his projectile game is. So yeah, very, very smart option right there from Razo.
Yeah, very smart. But, man, how many of these 2Ds are counter hitting? It's like, man, just baiting those
All day.
throw games. I'm
All day.
airborne. To the sky.
The ground belongs to the king. Once again, this is a 1-up here in the set. We didn't get the first match on a stream, but that was taken by Jan. So this is 1-up here in the very first set. Again, Razo in winner side advantage. So Jan got to beat him a whole set before he even gets a chance at first place.
Yep, game 3. Nice 2D to Mega Fist. Goes to the cross up, gets back Mega Fisted.
Tossed out. Nice backdash there to avoid the first overhead.
5P check. Oh, the jump in. Oh, the super, but doesn't get through. The burst, nice.
Yeah, good stuff from Jan. Able to get that burst out in time. Razo was trying to lock him out of it, but just couldn't get the super out clean enough.
Hard knockdown to the lows. Didn't you know?
Huge chunk of damage, plus the wall break damage. Once again, Razo taking a heart with him.
Yeah, Razo trying to run with this. He got the W on his chest. That means he only needs to win one set. Jan with the L, you know, that means he already went the losers, has to win two, and send Razo to the lower end of the bracket.
Oh my goodness, yeah. That could have been big for Jan, but kind of flooded the setup right there. Or maybe trying to bait out the burst from Razo off that punish attempt, but because of that, Razo didn't give it to him. Breaks the wall himself, gets the throw OTG. We'll try to get real intimate. Instead, Jan fighting back.
BRC, but the throw. Damage.
Man, slowed it down just to get thrown anyway. Oh my goodness, what is happening?
Block the gold burst. The BRC gets the air-to-air, get the full conversion. Oh, the 5K, 6K, yes.
Oh,
wow.
Razo.
Right? That 2-1? And now only a game away. This is frightening.
Yeah, that was a wild exchange. It looked like Razo woke up with a 2K. They ended up getting Mega Fisted, but then Jan bursted right after hitting the Mega Fist. I mean, forward Mega Fist is negative on hit, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah.
That was wild though for sure. Razo holding on to the scramble. That's how he likes his eggs, and I mean he's looking like he likes this tournament W as well. 2-1 so far.
Well, hopefully Jan doesn't like his eggs over easy. He's gonna have to scramble this up for an appetite because he has got another set after this.
Yeah, exactly. Jan needs to get 2 games straight here. Can't drop another match before resetting the bracket. So a lot of weight is on Jan's shoulders, but he does play Potemkin after all, right? My man's got all the gains you could ask for. So we'll see if he can lift himself to a reset.
Ooh, the jump in keeps it mad empty twice, but gets thrown.
And guard break. Oh, into the overhead afterwards with a quick burst out. Jan not trying to give him any more momentum. Again, though, the jump S's have been so good for Razo. Really combating the Mega Fist, combating Potemkin with whatever he tries to do in the air.
Right out of range from the 2P. The 2D, he's in.
That was real good, bro. Wow, and then just the jump cancel gets past whatever Jan was trying to press. The Abare is not going to be what solved the issue.
Oh, the spacing here. Just like, I just need one hit.
Oh my goodness, he was going with the back turn as infinite, and then still the wherewithal. He bet on the jump and it paid off big. Tournament point.
Wow, that jump back heavy Razo. They're on fire right now.
They really are, man. Online, offline, it doesn't matter. Razo definitely been doing mad work.
The Razzle Dazzle.
Let's see, Jan here trying to find his way in, but yeah, -6 on block if I'm not mistaken for that forward Mega Fist.
Oh, super.
Yeah, finally put out the Aegis and the answer to all that pressure. But oh, red wrist gauge, and that's how that combo started as well. So Jan didn't want to give him any more damage, but there's that crouch dust yet again. Rearing its ugly head, the counter hit on the setups. PRC and on the fireball, really just trying to suffocate Jan at this point.
The loops and the hard knockdown here goes to the guard crush. The low, this should be it. Yes.
And it is over. Razo once again keeping the PlayStation crown in the Lions Den. It might not be the K7 show off this time, but Razo, the Leo that takes the monthly series this time around, our September champion.
I mean, Razo, they did an incredible job today. And I know they had a little bit of trouble in the last week, but before that, they were completely on fire, winning constant tournaments. So, you know, shaking off a little losses on the side and coming back into the winner's circle. Impressive job there, Razo. But gotta give it to Jan 2, getting in the cut, has been a champion themselves. Just an overall great grand finals.
Yeah, definitely a previous PlayStation Tournament monthly champion, right? Jan, our July representative, definitely has done a lot of work. Pretty much every time a PlayStation Tournament event has been available, I always see this man in top 3. Again, this tournament was no different, right? Made it to grand finals, but just couldn't overcome the Leo once again. It'll be interesting to see how Jan kind of goes forward with this game, whether he tries to find a different character with Leo, maybe has some epiphany that makes the matchup a little bit more fightable for him and Potemkin. But either way, Razzle today is our crown the champion yet again.
Super impressive, and no surprise.
You talked about how Razzle was struggling a little bit in this past week. 19 years old, right? Like, they still have so much room to grow as a fighting game player, as a person. Like, the fact that they're already this successful and then bouncing back from L's like this to get W's here in the future, I mean, it just goes to show you how strong of a person and player this Razzle is, really.
I completely agree. And, you know, bringing the 3-1 in the grand finals, and just like we were saying, shaking off losses, that's what's important. You know, a lot of players, they get into the cusp of winners section, and then they just run with that momentum. But some people, you know, they fall off and it doesn't happen. But, you know, you always just want to stay on and keep evolving your gameplay. And Razzle, you know, just always in the circuit, you know, not letting these losses phase in the... I mean, it was only 2 in like the last week, but you know, already winning tournaments again. That's what's important. You know, some people are just like, "Whoa, oh man, it's a new era." But you know, any given Monday, any given Sunday, you give your best, you practice, and you can overcome even some of the best.
Yep, and you know, players like Razzle and Jan and all these players that we see in the PlayStation tournaments, they're entering as many tournaments as possible. They're really grinding it out every single week, and that's why you see them with these consistent results and always getting better. So definitely big ups to all of our top 8 participants, and in general, the massive number of entrants we got on the PlayStation tournament. I know that America always shows out for these PlayStation events, so big ups to y'all for coming through once again. And Razzle, big ups to you for taking the September monthly finals. And of course, if you want to be a part of this, if you want to be a future PlayStation tournament monthly champion yourself, you got to go to compete.playstation.com. That's where it's going to be. That's where you're going to be able to sign up for the events for free, whether it be Guilty Gear Strive or beyond. We got a lot of other fighting games and video games that you can get your hands on. Again, all at compete.playstation.com.
Yeah, get in these tournaments. It's quite the experience. And, you know, offline will be around the corner eventually, and you're going to want to get this practice in. And these are free tournaments that offer money to the top 4. You know, a lot of money even for 4th. You could pocket a couple of these and get a plane ticket for when you are ready. So, you know, maybe you never had a chance to experience the FGC in different ways, but this can take you in and help you meet a lot of people that get better and, you know, appreciate your hobby.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Well, thank you all for joining me and Nerd Josh once again for another PlayStation tournament. We crowned our EU champion today. We crowned our NA champion for September. Congrats to everybody that's been a part of it. Thank you all once again for viewing. We'll see y'all soon. Until then, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out.
Much love, everyone. Later. What a throw!
PlayStation
Can't feel a thing. Jesus made you. I don't need a new world order. You soon you will know. We already know the smell